Good morning, everybody. This meeting will come to order. Okay. Let's see here. First thing on the agenda. We have a roll call, please.
Ms. Callis,
Here.
Ms. Marsh,
Here.
Ms. Roby,
Here.
Ms. Rodabat,
Here.
Ms. Callahan,
Here.
and Mr. Gonzalez,
Present.
and Mrs. Hines.
Would somebody make a motion to excuse Mrs. Hines?
I make the motion to excuse Ms. Hines. I second.
Motion has been made and seconded. All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes. Okay, before we get started, our attorney has to address the board. And so our attorney has to address the board, so let's give him our undivided attention.
Good morning. I'll make this brief. I wanted to remind everybody of something that I think I said at the workshop, and that is with respect to this idea of going out to look at an area of a violation. That actually creates an issue because everything should be on the record, and if someone goes out there and let's say they go, and this has happened, and this is one of the problems, someone went to the wrong address. And so they came in with an entirely different view of what was going on than was real. This is something that shouldn't be done. And if someone has by any chance ever done or has done that, please disclose it at the beginning of the hearing, because then the respondent can have an opportunity to question you about what you may or may not have seen. In that particular situation, the person had gone to the wrong property. And so they had an entirely different view of things than the rest of that board. This is in another city. So this is just a reminder of that. I just want to make it clear because I know we covered a lot of things at the workshop, but this is one that's near and dear to me. I like to keep things moving smoothly without side issues arising. We should be focused on the violation and the efforts of the respondent to remedy it, or whether the violation exists at all. Those are the things that we should be focused on, not side issues.
Thank you, sir. Does anyone have any questions on the board? If you recall talking about the workshop, I pointed out that, we need to treat everybody equally. And so when somebody goes out to see a site, then they're not going to be treating those people equally to everybody else. They're going to be having a prejudiced opinion. So anyway, that's just good food for thought. So going back to the agenda, the minutes.
Make a motion to pass the amendments as written. I'll second that motion.
Okay, motion has been made by Ms. Roby and seconded to approve the minutes. All those in favor?
Aye.
Minutes are approved. Okay, moving on to our current agenda. So let me explain something to the folks that are here. The process is that at the beginning of the meeting, we process what you call liens. And liens are fines that were given out, and so got to the point where a lien was put on the house. So we review those first. Also, if there's any attorneys that are here, we'll do their case first. The first cases we're going to see are going to be...
Mr. Gonzalez,
Yes.
could you just do this one since I just gave a general overview?
Which one? Disclosure. Oh, okay. All right, I'll be back to that subject in a minute. The attorney just reminded me that on the agenda, we have the disclosure of ex parte communications which is what he just spoke about to the board. Okay?
Fine, thank you.
Alrighty, so the first set is gonna be the liens, which we only have 2 of those. Then we're gonna do, well, first is the attorneys, then the liens. Then, we're gonna do fines. We're gonna do the section that calls for imposing fines. Everybody will have a chance to speak on your own behalf, or if you have somebody to represent you, they can speak, and you can speak too. The process will be that the inspectors will do their presentation first, and then you will respond to that. And then the board will take a vote. Okay, so then after the imposing the fines, we go into new cases where folks are, we determine whether there's cause or there's no cause. If there's, let's see, we got a special name for that. Compliance, if you're in compliance or you're not in compliance. There, we don't give any fines. We just determine whether you are in compliance or not. Okay? We're ready to go.
Mr. Chair,
Yes.
I
Uh,
have announcements.
oh, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Yes, please.
Starting on page 2,
Page 2.
lien review 1, there's a Scrivener's error and the total amount should say $1,524, not $1,024.
Okay. Thank you.
And then on page 3, oh, and also that is also a Zoom.
Okay.
Lien review 1 is also Zoom.
Zoom, zoom. Okay.
Page 3, case number 3 has an interpreter. And then we're asking her to go up first before the other cases as to the attorneys as well.
Okay, great.
And then page 6. Case number 12, CEB 01-25-11, 133 Eagle Harbor Way is in compliance as of March 11th, 2026.
Thank goodness.
Yeah, oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, Mr. Butler.
Also on page 6, case number 13, CEB 08-25-135, 833 Berkshire Road will also be via Zoom.
Okay.
Page 8. Case number 20, CEB 03-26-57, 802 Derbyshire Road is in compliance as of March 11th, 2026. Okay, moving to page 10. Page 10, case 26, CEB 03-26-46, 663 Madison Avenue will be also via Zoom. Page 11, case number 30, CEB 03-26-51, 810 Edward Street. In the violations, it should say, also should include parking violation, parking of vehicles, which is the Scrivener's error, which I left off by accident.
Okay.
And also, Mr. Chair, I'm asking you if you would announce like who first, second the motions after each
Okay.
case, please. That would help me a lot with the notes.
Okay, I'll try my best.
Thank you so much, and those are my announcements.
Okay, thank you very much. All right, are there any attorneys? Yes, sir.
Interview number 2.
Oh, review number 2, okay. Okay, this is CEB 0825-153,
Before,
208.
I'm sorry, Mr. Chair, before we go forward, I need to swear in the staff as well.
Oh, very good.
Will you all stand, please? You raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony about to provide is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Yes. Thank you.
Thank you. And we have a great staff, by the way. They all do good work. Okay. So, the lien 2 with the attorney, CEB 0825-153, 208 Bellevue Avenue. There's amount owed, I believe it's 13,824. Yes, sir.
Before that, can I swear in the respondent, please?
Okay.
Will you raise your right hand? Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to provide is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Thank you. And your name, please?
Deborah Egan?
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, my name is Inspector Beanie. My code credentials are on file with the city. The respondent was first notified on May 7th, 2025. July 25th, 25, there was a reinspection of noncompliance. August 13th, reinspection noncompliance. September 2nd, reinspection noncompliance. September 8th, now 4 months into this case, we're still in non-compliance mode. The only thing that's been done has been landscaping. September 10th, the respondent did contact me for another reinspection. It was in non-compliance. It stayed that way until January 26th, contacted again. I went out due to lighting. I had to go out the next day on January 27th of 2026, and the case was finally put into compliance.
Excuse me, Mr. Chair. I meant to ask the attorney his name for the record.
I'm Tanner Andrews, and I submitted a memo ahead of time. I assume that the board has received? Okay.
Okay, so did I hear you say they're in compliance?
Yes,
Oh, okay. As of,
that was after a lien had been placed against the property and such.
oh, okay. So they're currently in compliance?
Yes.
Okay. Well, it seems to me that if they're in compliance, there's no case to hear, basically. Is that right?
It's a lien review. There's been a fine that's been
Oh,
running.
okay, so we gotta do the,
No,
okay,
they were supposed to speak first.
right, okay.
All right. Mr. Chairman, members, I'm Tanner Andrews. I represent Ms. Eakin here. And we're looking for a major lien reduction. The initial problem arose when she lost her husband and maintenance became a little more challenging. And when there was violation notice, frankly, she was a little bit slow to respond and get moving, but she did. Now, the purpose of code enforcement, remember, is to obtain compliance. That is, we're not here to raise money. We're here to keep the city and its properties maintained. In our case, compliance was achieved, as you heard already. And I think you should have a little more detail on that. They came out, we had a code enforcement meeting. I wasn't here, but there was a code enforcement meeting in August, and they said, work on it, get it done. And they left her with the impression that if she was working on it and getting it done, that would be good, even if it was sorted. That's not my understanding of how things work sometimes, but sometimes the boards do that. Normally, if you come back and you make the appropriate showing, you do get more time. She, being uncounseled, didn't know how to make that showing. And that's unfortunate because she had already, at the time of that September meeting, done most of the stuff. I mean, the landscape stuff was done long before, but the painting, all the stuff other than replacement of wood was done. And the reason replacement of wood wasn't done was that she did filling and repair. Now, maybe filling and repair is technical non-compliance, and so possibly the board's finding of non-compliance was technically correct. But she had been doing it, and she thought she had done or been doing the right thing there. Now, like I say, maybe technical or non-compliance. Right, this was back in September when. Okay. Well, I assume you all have seen the same pictures that she's seeing.
The only thing that changed in January's pictures is the wood boards.
Right. Instead of the repaired wood, now she has replaced wood.
Just that picture.
Now, in light of that and her efforts to comply, yeah, I have no complaints about paying the hard costs for recording. We don't have good information as to any soft costs, but if we can either completely abate it or we should seriously reduce it, since punishment on these facts is inappropriate. And $13,000 is extremely harshly punitive for somebody that was trying to get things done in spite of the difficulties involved.
Right, we appreciate your explanation, but your client has been before us several times. And several times she was told the same thing, get it done, when we come back, we'll reconsider. And so this is one of those times that now she's back. So technically the fine was correct. We would like to see what the city's recommendation is.
Yeah, our recommendation, first of all, started out during a meeting that she came down to have a lien discussion with us. We did offer $3,000 at that point, and they turned that was turned down. So we go back to what the original lien is, and that's what we stand on.
Okay. Okay, well, to be clear, the board is the one that makes the decision as to the reducing fines or making fines and that kind of thing, just for the staff information.
Yeah, I believe he was just stating that that's what we recommend and are asking
Right.
for, but we'll defer to what.
Right, well, I'm making comment on it because this issue has come up before. So that's why I'm commenting on it. Okay, so board, what is, you got any questions? What's your pleasure?
I'll make a motion that we reduce the lien to $3,000.
Is there a second?
Second.
Okay, so Ms. Marsh and Ms. Callis. Ms. Marsh made a motion to reduce the fine to $3,000, seconded by Ms. Callis. All those in favor? Aye. And the board is in favor. So the fine has been reduced to $3,000.
Thank you, and that's all I have this morning.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Okay. Okay, our next case is the interpreter case. Which is case CEB 0126-23.
Excuse me.
Emelita y L. Vasquez y Rosa
Lien review one.
Berta Hendricks.
We were doing hers first.
Oh, for the interpreter.
Yes.
No, we're doing an interpreting case.
What number is that?
That's case number 3.
Good morning.
Okay, I think she needs to swear them in. She needs to swear you guys in.
I'm gonna swear her in first.
Okay.
Do you swear of, no, her. The respondent, I'm gonna swear her in first. Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to provide is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Thank you. Now, for Miss Interpreter. Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the interpretation that you will give in this hearing will be a true interpretation from English to Spanish and Spanish to English, questions asked and answers given, and you will make the true translation into English of any any writing which is required by you to decipher or translate to the best of your ability?
I do. Minerva Samayoa, certified Spanish interpreter.
Thank you. And can you state your name
Diga su nombre, señora.
Emerita Lisette Velázquez.
and your name, Miss Interpreter?
Minerva Samayoa.
Thank you.
And I have a question before we get started. There's 2 names on here. There's Emerita and Rosa.
It's her mom.
Well, I didn't
I'm sorry.
Rosa Berta Hendrix es mi mamá, tiene 81 años y ella no puede caminar, está en una cama deshabilitada que no puede caminar, está padeciendo de un cáncer y no puede estar presente aquí.
Rosa Berta Hendricks is my mom. She's 81 years old. She cannot walk. She's bedridden. She's disabled. She's a patient of cancer, and she's not able to be present.
Okay, thank you. Gracias. Mr. Wexler.
Good morning, sir. Board. Inspector Wexbury, City of Daytona Beach. My credentials are on file. This case was first observed on the 18th of June, 2025. And since the last hearing, there has been limited contact with the respondent. It was a brief meeting after the last hearing. Property is occupied. However, there's been no progress on the cleanup of the property. So the staff is recommending a fine of $100 a day to a cap of $10,000.
Okay, can she respond to that, please?
Responda a eso, señora, por favor. Responda, señora,
Yeah.
por favor.
Sí, ya el día de ayer hice ya como más del 50%, todo lo que está ahí en la foto ya no está. En la parte de frente hice el 50% y me faltan como el 50% que son mis herramientas de trabajo, como unos vacuum, cosas que yo uso para housekeeping.
Un momentito. Yes, the pictures reflected there are no longer like that. I have completed, as of yesterday, I have completed almost 50% of what was there. I'm still missing another 50%, but those are my work tools like vacuum and things like that.
Okay, and when was the last time you visited, sir?
¿Cuándo fue la última vez que usted visitó?
March 10th.
El 10 de marzo.
March 10th?
Yes, sir. No.
El 10 de marzo fue que visité. Yesterday.
I believe there's actually a picture from yesterday or the day before.
Puede que haya una foto
There.
de ayer o del día anterior.
Eso no está.
But you didn't take a picture yesterday? Pero ayer no tomó una foto, señor.
We get to the pictures.
Un momentito.
Those are the pictures from the 10th.
Esas son las fotos del 10.
I'll make a motion.
Wait, let's see the picture.
Coming up, March 10th, right there.
Esas son las del 10 de marzo.
That's one of them.
Pues es una de ellas. Esas son del 10
Those
de
look
marzo.
different.
Se mira diferente.
Yeah. Right, still not compliant.
That one is correct.
Okay. So, any board before the motion, does anybody have any
Antes,
questions?
¿alguna persona tiene alguna pregunta antes de presentar?
My only, we asked if 30 days was enough at last meeting, and she claimed that 30 days would be enough to get it done. So, evidently, She should have asked for more time.
No sé si debería pedir más tiempo.
Yo quisiera que me dieran sí un mes más, porque la razón de cuando yo estuve aquí y prometí que me dieran 30 días para cumplir con lo que tengo que hacer en mi casa, surgió que mi mamá otra vez tuvo una recaída y luego mi hermano que me ayuda a cuidar a mi mamá, también se le enfermó su niña de 16 años de cáncer. El tiempo de estar cuidando a mi mamá, no puedo estar en la casa y entonces no sabía que mi mamá se iba a poner más grave al saber que su nieta está enfermita. Ella piensa que su nietecita se va a morir.
Un momentito.
Y tuve que cuidar a mi madre en estos 30 días.
Un momento. Yes, I had requested another month. I promised that I was going to do everything within 30 days, but I have been having issues because my mom was had a decay because my brother's daughter, who is 16 years old, has been diagnosed with cancer. So now he's the one who was taking care of my mom, but now with his daughter suffering from cancer, he can no longer take care of my mom, so I am the one taking care of her, and I cannot be in two places at the same time. So my mom is very worried because she thinks that her granddaughter is going to pass away because of the cancer that she has been diagnosed with.
Okay.
Okay. Let's see, the City of Daytona Beach Code Enforcement Board finds that in case number CEB 0126-23, that the respondent Emerita Velazquez and Rosa Berta Hendricks, who was previously found non-compliant, remains in non-compliance, and therefore orders a fine in the amount of $100 a day to commence today and continue therefore after until the fine is reached amount of $10,000 or the property is brought into compliance.
Second.
Ms. Marsh, you second it?
I did.
Okay. Okay, a motion has been made by Ms. Callis to impose a fine of $100 a day to reach up to $10,000 until she comes into compliance. And it was seconded by Ms. Marsh. All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. And so there you have it. You have any questions?
¿Tiene alguna pregunta?
So I wanted to add, were you paying attention when the first case came where they asked for an appeal?
Cuando pidieron una apelación, usted prestó atención cuando pidieron una apelación.
¿El mes pasado?
Last month?
No, just now, before your case.
Antes de su caso, el que le dijo que tenía una- Let me just explain what it was. El que le dijo que tenía un embargo de $13,000.
No, yo entendí nada de eso.
El señor, el abogado, vino y que dijo que la casa tenía un embargo de $13,000. Cuando yo le dije que ese tenía un
This is
embargo
just due process. I wanted to make sure she understood the.
I heard that. I heard that.
Okay. Once you come into compliance,
Usted cumpla con lo que le están pidiendo que haga.
you can come to code enforcement and request a reduction of fines.
Puede pedir que le reduzcan la multa.
It's not guaranteed, but it's an appeal process that you have afforded to you.
La apelación que usted va a tener derecho de cuando se le ponen una multa, usted puede venir a que se la reduzca. Okay, I agree.
Okay. I'm sorry. Oh, yes, and you have to call the inspector for reinspection. You have to come into compliance before you request that reduction.
Antes de que usted solicite esa reducción, tiene que llamar al inspector para que le vaya a ir y le inspeccione nuevamente la propiedad.
Sí, que me vuelva a dar el teléfono, que la última vez se me perdió el teléfono con el papel, que no tengo su teléfono.
I no longer have his number. I misplaced the document that he had given me.
I can give you my card.
Yo le voy a dar mi tarjeta de la abogada. Agárrelo.
My last one.
Who do I call first, you or him?
Them. You call them first. I'm just giving you that since.
It's a pen. It's a pencil. It's a pencil, so it might not.
You have to call him first to get inspected
Antes tiene que llamarlo a él para que vaya a inspeccionar la propiedad
to make sure it's in compliance.
y asegurarse de que usted ya cumplió cumplió con lo que se le estaba exigiendo.
Está bien.
Sí.
Ah, 551, 651. Mira el 591.
671,
Ah,
51, 69. Just confirming the numbers.
Okay.
All right.
So we all happy now?
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Madam Attorney, for that clarification. Okay, now we're to case number 1, CEB.
No lien review.
Oh, okay. Lien Review 1. CEB 1125-193, 288 Boylston Avenue.
Hi, good morning, Inspector Quinn with City of Daytona Beach. My credentials are on file.
Please.
I need to swear her in.
Is she here? Oh.
Yeah, she's here.
Oh.
Will you raise your right hand?
Oh, there she goes.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes, good morning.
Good morning. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to provide is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
And can you state your name and your affiliation to this case?
My name is Lynette Vera. And what was the second part that you said?
Your affiliation to this case?
I'm actually the owner of the property.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So we'll hear from the inspector first.
So yeah, I thought she's supposed to go first.
She's supposed to speak
She's-
first. She's asking for the.
Ms. Vera is supposed to go first.
Okay, good morning. I asking
Okay,
for
I'm sorry.
waiving the lien or at least reduce. What happened on my case, it is like when the city started putting the notices. I was living in Puerto Rico on my way to actually move back to Florida. I'm right now in Gainesville, Florida. I do not have any knowledge about the vehicle that it was unoperated in front of the house. I made aware of that on January 22nd when I received like fraud alert telling me that the property has a lien, and then at that day I proceed to look for more information about what was happening. I contact Brenda Giral, I guess she was like a secretary, and she explained me, and that day also I called Miss Mariah Queen, and the vehicle was moved that day at 9. My apologies for that, because we were in because of my husband, we were in the transition to move. I never received all the notices, neither the mail ones, because I was returning to the city again because I was not there. So I was aware of that like this year on January 22nd, and the vehicle was removed that night.
Okay, Ms. Quinn?
Hi, good morning. So that is true. When Ms. Vera contacted me, she explained they had been in the middle of moving from Puerto Rico to Gainesville, and the mail had not caught up with her. And as soon as she found out, she notified our office, and by 9 p.m. that night, the vehicle was removed.
What's the city's recommendation?
The city's recommendation is to waive the fine since she was so quick to respond and take care of the issue.
And she's in compliance.
And she's in compliance.
I'll make the motion to, for the city of Daytona Beach, hereby orders that the lien in case CEB 11-25-193 be reduced to the amount of 0, subject, not being paid, will be in the, I forget where. Oh, yeah, okay. I could get on the right page here. The City of Daytona Beach Code Enforcement hereby orders that the case number CEB 08-25-153 hereby orders the case be dismissed against Deborah, no. Why can't I do this today? Umberto Colon and Lynette Vera for the property at 288 Boylston be dismissed.
Second.
Okay, a motion has been made by Ms. Roby, seconded by Ms. Marsh, to dismiss the lien in the case of,
Actually, you're not dismissing the lien, you're reducing it to 0.
okay.
Okay, so I started off on the right.
All right.
Okay. Do you want me to
Okay.
state it over?
If that's, I think it would be good to do
Okay.
that.
The City of Daytona Beach Code Enforcement Board hereby orders that the lien in case number CEB, oh, I'm wrong again. CEB 11-25-193 be reduced to amount of 0.
And you don't have to,
Okay.
doesn't need to be paid.
Okay, be reduced to 0. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Second.
We still have a second.
Thank
Ms.
you.
Marsh. Okay, so, the motion has been corrected to read that the fine has been reduced to 0. And, it was that motion was made by Ms. Roby, seconded by Ms. Marsh. In the case of CEB 1125-193, Humberto L. Colon and Lynette Vera. All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay, opposed? Motion carries. There you have it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Have a great day.
You too. Thanks for everything.
Now with to case 1, correct? Okay, so, case number 1, CEB 02-26-32, John Anthony Ruggiero Trust at 335 Hobart Avenue and number 37. Is this 2 addresses? 335 and 337?
I just have it as 335 Hobart. The parcel may consist of an additional lot. I'm not quite sure.
Right. But wouldn't we need that information to make a decision on the other piece? How are we gonna make a decision if we don't know what it is?
It appears they're all owned by the same individual, and I suspect they're probably adjoining.
Yes.
If they even do exist as 2
Yeah,
separate
if they do,
parcels.
then yes.
Right,
Only one has the violation.
okay. Is that what the city attorney has?
I'm looking at the property appraiser's report. 1 minute, please. It looks like the property appraiser's report listed as he has it, or both. I think they're adjoining properties.
Okay. So it's okay to move forward with both properties?
Yeah, they're-
Yes.
Only one has the
Okay.
violation, I understand.
Is he even here?
No.
Okay, no, just proceed.
Okay, so, yeah, let's proceed.
Okay. The respondent was first notified on October 8th, 2025. Since the last hearing, I've had no contact from the owner. There has been no progress to the property. Staff is recommending to impose a fine of $250 per day at a cap of $15,000.
Is it occupied?
Yes.
So is it a rental or you don't know?
I believe her family owns it and she just stays in the property. The rest of the people do not stay there. She's just been occupying it herself.
Okay, I'll make the motion.
Well, wait, we need a clarification still. If we impose a fine, are we imposing it on both properties or one
It's-
property?
It's one,
It's a parcel.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
yes.
Thank you for the clarification. Yes.
Okay, the City of Daytona Beach Code Enforcement Board hereby finds that in case number CEB 02-26-32, that the respondent, John Anthony Ruggiero Trust, who was previously found in noncompliance, remains in noncompliance, and therefore is ordered a fine in the amount of $250 a day to commence today, 3/12, and continue each day thereafter until the fine has reached the amount of $15,000 or the property is brought into compliance.
Second.
Ms. Callis did the second? Okay. Okay, motion has been made by Ms. Roby to impose a $250 daily fine to reach up to $15,000. And was seconded by Ms. Callis. And all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. Okay, next case,
Okay.
number 2. CEB 1125-214 Dorothy R. Colbert, 600 Tucker Street.
Looks like we have someone present.
Yes.
Oh, Zoom, okay.
Oh, there she go.
Yeah, I'm here.
Will you raise your right hand and do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to provide is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Sorry.
Yeah,
Let me just
it's
repeat that
okay.
again. Do you swear or affirm that do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to provide is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, I
And can
do.
you state your name and your affiliation?
Lynette Brown. I'm the daughter.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, so I believe now we'll hear from the inspector first, right?
Yes, I'm Inspector LaWanda Domingo with City of Daytona Beach Code Compliance. My credentials are on file with the city. Since the last hearing, I've completed a reinspection of the property. Still no progress to the repairs of the roof or the exterior surface coating that needs to happen. There's also some trash and debris out front from the last inspection that needs to be picked up. I did receive correspondence from Attorney Pimentel regarding the status of the insurance claim case that they have with the clerk of court, and they're still in negotiations for settlement for this insurance claim. So we're requesting a fine of $100 a day up to $15,000 for this property.
Okie dokie. Ms. Brown,
Yes, sir.
what is your input?
Well, I know there is an upcoming mediation scheduled, and I wanted to see if there's somehow we can have an extension, since we're so close to doing the mediation.
Do you mind if I add? So I reached out to her attorney last week to see if they had upcoming a solid mediation plan coming forth. We spoke with staff and considered giving them more time if they were able to respond with us with definite answers to this. Personally, I have personal experience with insurance company litigation. It takes years. I think my mom had one that took 3 years. This could take a lot of time, and this is a roof damage, which could potentially get worse and cause some kind of safety concern. So while we are very sympathetic and we understand, we don't have a definite answer of when this mediation and if that mediation will be successful. I didn't get that from her attorney, but he was very responsive and very cooperative. They have been, but unfortunately, it's just not relevant to compliance. I have explained to her attorney in the past what I do, the lien review process when they come into compliance, maybe that can be taken into consideration at that time. But for now, it's just too uncertain. We can't continue this for the duration of that litigation.
Yeah. And I agree. Part of my observation is that the inspector notes that there's more trash. So the roof is one thing, but if there's trash piling up, then why aren't we at least cleaning that up? Why aren't we doing something instead of piling on?
If I may say, the house is vacant. There is I found some stuff and put by the road myself. but the house is vacant, so there shouldn't be any trash. If it is, I know they're doing some renovation next door. I'm not sure if that may be a mix-up, but there's shouldn't be any trash or anything there. As far as I go by there every day.
Could I ask a question?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so the missing identification numbers, the grime, the trash, and the paint, why can't they be addressed before the mediation? That has nothing to do with the roof, right?
Some of those items were addressed, that there was pressure washing that was done and address numbers installed. What's remaining is coordinating a roof repair with the contractor, getting permits, and the chip peeling paint and the exterior surface coating, painting the property. That still needs to happen.
Okay.
While we're waiting for an insurance settlement negotiation to take
So
place.
the painting could be done now before the mediation, Mrs. Brown?
Well, we were asked to leave it. I don't know if the insurance company was going to have somebody else come back out. And
But I'm
If
not sure
that's-
what paint has to do with the damage. Is that
all of it, the exterior is a part of the claim.
okay? Okay, I'm ready to make.
But I can speak with them about it and see what, what's next,
Okay.
if it's okay.
What's the city's recommendation?
A fine of $100 a day up to $15,000.
Okay. All right, I'd like to make a motion. The City of Daytona Beach Code Enforcement Board hereby finds that in case number CEB 1125214, that the respondent, Dorothy R. Colbert, who was previously found in noncompliance and remains in noncompliance, and therefore orders a fine in the amount of $100 per day to commence on today's date, 3/12/26, and continue each day thereafter until a fine has reached the amount of $15,000 or the property is brought into compliance.
Second.
Who seconded?
23.
Ms. Cowles. Okay, so a motion has been made by Ms. Marsh to impose a $100 a day fine to start today, which will go up to, was it 15,000?
Yes.
And the motion was seconded by Ms. Callis. All those in favor?
Aye.
So in the case of CB 1125-214 Dorothy Colbert at 600 Tucker Street, a fine has been levied of $100 a day to start today.
So,
That's it.
ma'am, I can't give you legal advice, especially since you're already represented by counsel. But if you have your attorney reach out to me, I can explain when it's time and you come into compliance, the lien review process to your attorney. And again, I can't give you legal advice, but if I can speak to your attorney, sometimes things like this can be added to your damages for your insurance claim. Sometimes they can't. That's something for him to decide. But feel free to have him reach out to me if he has any questions.
Okay.
I don't know where to look.
Okay, next case. Case number 4, I believe, EB 01-20-26-24, Tagwa Akeem Saleh Saeed, 1600 Addox Court. Is anybody here for that case? No. Mr. Westerberg.
Okay, this was first observed on the 27th of August, and since the last hearing, I conducted an inspection on March 10th. There has been no progress. There's been no contact, and the staff is recommending a fine of $100 a day to a cap of $15,000, or $15,000.
How much is that, $100 a day?
$100 a day.
So it is occupied?
It is not occupied.
It's vacant?
Did you say 15,000?
Up to $15,000, yes.
I'd like to make a motion.
Sure.
The City of Daytona Beach Code Enforcement Board hereby finds that in the case of CEB 012624, that the respondent, Tagwa Hakim Salih Saeed, who was previously found in non-compliant, remains in non-compliance, and therefore orders a fine in the amount of $100 per day to commence on April the 1st, or to commence today, and to continue each day thereafter until the fine has reached the amount of $15,000 or the property is brought into compliance.
A second.
Okay, a motion has been made by Ms. Roback to impose a $100 a day fine to the limit of $15,000 to start today. And has been seconded by Ms. Roby, and that's regarding case CEB 0126-24 Tagwa Hakim Salih Saeed at 1600 Addox Court. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you.
Next case, number 5, CEB 1125-187, Gary and Vera Smith at 551 Heineman Street. Hi. No one's here for that case? Okay, Ms. Itani.
Inspector Itani, code compliance credentials are on file. Respondent was first notified August 15th, 2025. Since the February hearing, I've had contact with the owner, but there's been no progress. Last inspection was March 5th, 2026, and the result was non-compliance. Staff recommends a finding of $100 a day with a cap of $10,000.
You have spoke to him though, correct?
Yes.
Okay. I make the motion. City of Daytona Beach Code Enforcement Board hereby finds that in case number CEB 11-25-187, that the respondent Gary and Vera Smith, who previously was found in noncompliance, remains in noncompliance and therefore orders a fine in the amount of $100 a day to commence on today, 3/12/26, and continue each day thereafter until the fine has reached the amount of $10,000 or the property is brought into compliance.
I second.
Okay. Motion has been made by Ms. Roby, seconded by Ms. Radaba. I wrote it down here, but I'm having a problem reading my own writing. So the motion was to fine them $100 a day, up to $10,000 until they come into compliance. The fine is to start today, and that is, all those in favor?
Aye.
And that's regarding the case of CEB 5/1125-87, Gary and Vera Smith at 551 Hyman Street. Okay, next case. Case number 6, CEB 0126-07, Joanne Hogue at 240 Center Street. Ms. Itani.
Respondent was first notified on September 2nd, 2025. Since the January hearing, I have had contact with the owner, and there's been minimal progress. Last inspection was March 5th, 2026, and the result was non-compliance. SAC recommends a finding of $100 a day with a cap of $10,000.
Okay,
I'd like to make a motion.
okay, wonderful.
The City of Daytona Beach Code Enforcement Board hereby finds that in case number CEB 01-26-07, that the respondent Joanne Huff, who was previously found in non-compliant, remains in non-compliance, and therefore orders a fine in the amount of $100 a day to commence on today, March the 12th, 2026, and to continue each day thereafter until the fine has reached the amount of $10,000 or the property is brought into compliance. Second.
Okay. Motion has been made by Ms. Rodebach, to impose a fine of $100 a day, to reach $10,000 until they come into compliance. Motion was seconded by Ms. Marsh. All those in favor?
Aye.
And that's regarding the case of CEB 012607-Joanne Howe at 240 Center Street. Okay. Moving on to case number 7, CEB 0126-09, Elizabeth Madison Estate at 535 Model Street. Ms. Itani. Okay. Good morning.
She's up there. Waiting for her to get up there with you. I was waiting for her to get
Okay.
to the stand. The lady behind you.
Oh, okay.
Are you going to speak as well, ma'am? Are you going to speak as well?
No, she's just here for support.
Okay. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to provide is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
And can you please state your name and your affiliation to this case?
My name is Nicole Madison. I am the daughter of Elizabeth Madison.
Thank you.
Okay, we're all sworn in. Ms. Attorney.
Respondent was first notified September 15th, 2025. Since the January hearing, I have had contact with the owner, and there's been some progress. Last inspection was March 5th, 2026, and the result was non-compliance. Staff recommends a finding of $100 a day with a cap of $10,000.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, last time we talked to Adriana, she told us that everything was looking good. Only thing we needed to do was paint and get a permit. That I have done.
And what was the last time you was out there?
I was out there March 5th, the day after compliance,
Okay.
and it was not in compliance.
Okay.
Because we had just pressure washed, because she wanted us to pressure wash the house. Some of the paint and everything here came off. I hadn't gotten the permit yet, so we just did all that.
Now, what did you need the permit for?
The roof.
She wanted to get a permit for the roofing.
And that's been completed?
They submitted it on the 11th of March.
Yes, just yesterday.
Okay, and the painting's been completed?
Yes, everything's done.
So everything's done?
I cannot verify that because I was there the day after compliance and it was not in compliance.
Okay.
So I was not out there yesterday.
I called her yesterday, but she never showed up.
Okay. Okay.
Any further questions from the board?
No, but you understand the lien process review, the lien review process that we had in the beginning, the first cases. If we impose a fine on you, once you come into compliance, and Ms. Atani can come out and verify that you're in compliance, you can apply for a lien review, okay?
Yeah.
But since you waited, I'm gonna make a motion to fine you $100 a day because you waited till yesterday. But
Well,
there's that
everything-
there's that lien review process that you have,
Yeah,
okay?
because everything wasn't getting, I didn't get a chance to get everything done because the person that I was working with, he got sick, he fell and he hurt himself.
I
so
understand,
we
but
got
she was out
behind
there
on
the
everything.
5th and it wasn't in compliance, and then she couldn't come out yesterday when you called because it's the day before the meeting.
Right.
So once the fine stops, then you can apply for the lien review, okay?
So I can apply for what now?
A lien review. Once you come into compliance and your fine stops, you'll have Ms. Atani come out and look at your property, and she'll put you in compliance, and you can apply to have the fee waived.
Okay.
Okay.
So I can, I don't have to pay anything.
You don't have to pay anything right now.
Okay.
But if the lien doesn't go through.
When she comes out and look, okay.
Okay?
Okay.
All right, so I'll make the motion. The City of Daytona Beach Code Enforcement Board hereby finds that in case number CEB 01-26-09, that the respondent, Elizabeth Madison Estate, who was previously found in noncompliance, remains in noncompliance, and therefore orders a fine in the amount of $100 a day to commence today, 3/12/26, and continue each day until the fine has reached the amount of $10,000 or the property is brought into compliance.
Okay.
Is there a second?
Second.
Who?
Second.
Marsh, okay. Okay, so a motion has been made by Ms. Roby to impose a $100 a day fine to reach up to $10,000 until they come into compliance. It was seconded by Ms. Marsh. In the case of, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? And so that's regarding the case of CB 01-26-09, Elizabeth Madison Estate at 535 Model Street. Okay, do you have any questions?
Just wanted to know when she will be coming.
You can call me.
Hmm?
Just call me.
I can call you?
Yeah, you guys can
Well,
schedule
I'll call
that.
you today.
Okay. Now we can make an appointment.
There you go.
It's over with.
All right, that's great.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
All right.
Okay, next case. Case number 8, CEB 01-26-10. Susanna D. and Charles H. Swisher Jr. at 504 Hyman Street.
Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to provide is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
And can you state your name and affiliation to this
Chuck
case?
Swisher, owner.
Thank you.
Sure.
Ms. Attorney?
Respondent was first notified September 2nd, 2025. Since the January hearing, I have had contact with the owner and there's been some progress. Last inspection was March 5th, 2026, and the result was non-compliant. SAC recommends we amend to the next cutoff.
I'm looking for some more time. This is a rental unit, and I've been trying to get the tenant to get the permit for the shed and move the car. Legally, I can't touch them. So otherwise, I'd have them yanked out right away. So she's applied for the permit, and there was an issue with the survey, right?
Yes, there is.
There was an issue with the survey where they mislabeled the roads. They put the shed in on the survey instead of putting it proposed. So they denied the permit, or it's on hold. So she's supposed to be working to get the permit for that.
So you have a tenant applying for a permit?
Yeah, well, she's not. She did it first, but then, because I told her I would do it, because I didn't know. And then she got a contractor. And that's who's applying for the permit.
Was that to build the shed?
No, the shed's been there for 8 years.
What's it for then?
I'm sorry?
What's the permit for?
To put the shed there. And then it was said,
Oh, retro.
the thing on the permit that I read with the IMS site, it said that also that it can't be on the side of the house because that house is on 3 roads. So it can't be on the side of the home either. It has to be in the back, which means I have to move fence if she's gonna put it in the back.
So who owns the property, you or the tenant?
I do, but it's her shed.
She bought the shed.
Yes, ma'am.
I didn't think, I mean,
I'm open to whatever help you can
Legally
tell me.
responsible,
So,
right?
yeah, but I would think that you as the owner of the property, even though she bought the shed, you would be able to remove it.
I
because-
talked to a lawyer yesterday and she said I cannot touch anything of hers
Because you're legally responsible
for the property.
Right.
the
But
charges
she said I can't touch anything that's
and the
legally
fines.
hers.
You're legally responsible for the fines.
Yes, ma'am. So I don't know what to do.
Okay,
So-
I mean, you want,
And she's applying for the permit,
but I don't think it's gonna get approved because you don't own the land.
Yeah.
but,
Well, the contractor applied for the permit.
right, the second time.
Yeah, so the contractor, we just have to get the shed moved, basically, is the
So-
holdup for
But
this.
he owns the property.
Right.
Yeah.
He
So
applies.
how can a contractor apply for a permit that he's not working with the owner?
So,
And I was told I can't apply for it because it's on my shed.
who told you that? Did permits and licensing in this building tell you that?
No.
It's
Who
your
told you that?
property.
That's what she told me that
Yeah,
they told
so,
her. Is that incorrect?
You need to talk to our permits department. They're the
But-
only ones who can give you that confirmation, not the
It's not my-
contractor,
it's
not your
my shed or
tenant.
anything, so I can still do it.
So, if I may, this is kind of irrelevant, right? We don't, we have tenant issues all the time. If he's having a problem with his tenant, I can't give him legal advice. You can add it to the rent, you can fine them. I'm not really sure, but for purposes of this hearing, it's your property, you're held responsible, not your tenant. You should only be getting approval from people in this building. I'm not sure who you've been speaking to. I can't verify that because I don't work with permits and licensing.
I'll talk to them today.
But,
I'll make the motion then. Just go downstairs when you leave here.
Okay.
The City of Daytona Beach Code Enforcement Board hereby orders that the previous order of noncompliance in case number CEB 01-26-10 be amended to allow the respondent, Susanna D. and Charles H. Swisher Jr. to bring the property in compliance or be returned to the City of Daytona Beach Code Enforcement Board on 4/1/26 cutoff date for consideration for a fine up to $10,000 or $15,000 per day. I mean, up to $15,000, yeah.
Second.
Okay, so a motion has been made by Ms. Roby and seconded by Ms. Marsh.
I have a question. Are all the other things fixed except the shed or the?
It doesn't matter right now at this point.
Oh, okay.
They're all the things that I can address are being taken care of.
Okay.
Well, you're going to be able to address everything.
I hope so.
Right.
Because I have a car there too that she hasn't. It's
Okay, we're in the middle of a motion here
I'm sorry.
to carry. You know, it's your property, you're responsible for it.
I got
You
that.
need to take care of it. That's the way it goes, actually. So the motion was seconded by Ms. Marsh to amend, let me see, to our next cutoff date. The motion was made by Ms. Roby, seconded by Ms. Marsh. In the case, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, in the case of CEB 1/2610, Susanna D. and Charles A. Swisher at 504 Hellman Street. Okay. If you have any further questions, coordinate with Ms.
Thank you.
Right. Next case, number 9, CEB 0425-79, Gary E. Holt at 524 Butler Boulevard. Is he present? Not present.
And he's in the hospital. I spoke with him yesterday.
Oh, okay, thank you. Ms. Quinn.
Good morning. The respondent was first notified on December 12th, 2024. Since the last hearing, I have had contact with the property owner. Since the last hearing, there has been no progress. Staff recommends a fine of $100 a day with a cap of $15,000.
Okay. Do I hear a motion?
I'll make a motion. Okay. City of Daytona Beach Code Enforcement Board hereby finds that in case number CEB 04-25-79, that the respondent Gary E. Holt, who has previously been found in noncompliance, remains in noncompliance, and therefore orders a fine in the amount of $100 a day to commence on today, and to continue each day thereafter until the fine has reached the amount of $15,000 or the property is brought into compliance.
Second.
Second, Ms. Roby. Okay, so a motion has been made by Ms. Callis to impose a fine of $100 a day that will go up to $15,000 until the property comes into compliance. Was seconded by Ms. Roby. And this is all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, and this is in regard to case number 9, CEB 0425-79, Gary E. Holt at 524 Butler Boulevard. Next case, number 10, CEB 0226-34, Philip Joseph Collins at 286 Williams Avenue. Ms. Quinn.
This respondent was notified on October 10th, 2025. Since last hearing, the property has had progress. Last date of inspection was March 11th, 2026. Staff recommends amending to the April cutoff. And one of the pictures I have, he's just got an attic vent that's circled in blue, and he's contracted somebody to come out and take care of it. They just couldn't get here to take care of it before the hearing.
Okay. Board, what say ye?
I'll make a motion. The City of Daytona Beach Code Enforcement Board hereby orders that the previous order of noncompliance in case number CEB 022634 be amended to allow the respondent, Philip Joseph Collins, to bring the property into compliance or be returned to a proceeding before the City of Daytona Beach Code Enforcement Board on the next cutoff, which is April 1st, for consideration of a fine up to $10,000.
Ms. Marsh, does your motion have bring it into compliance by, I believe, April 1st, 2026?
Yes.
Okay, is there a second?
Second.
Okay, motion has been made by Ms. Marsh to amend this case to our next cutoff date. If they're not in compliance, to then impose a fine. It has been seconded by Ms. Callis. And all those in favor?
Aye.
And this is in regard, opposed? And this is in regard to the case 10 CEB 022634, Philip Joseph Collins at 286 Williams Avenue. Next case.
Okay.
Case 11, CEB 012601, Robert Worobic
Yep.
the second at 3020 and Peninsula Drive.
The respondent's here. He just has some medical issues, so he's sitting in the back.
Okay.
The respondent was first notified on September.
Do we have a carry mic that we can give him?
We're okay.
Or if he can't come up, do we have one of those mics that they can give him?
Xavier?
Yes.
They're asking for a portable mic.
He's coming.
He's bringing it.
All right, thank you.
There you go.
Thank you.
Okay.
Need to swear.
Will you raise your right hand? Do you swear or affirm that the testimony about to provide is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Thank you.
Okay, Ms. Quinn.
Can you respond in the microphone? Through your mouth. Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Alrighty.
This respondent was first notified on September 28th, 2025. Since the last hearing, the survey was submitted to permits and licensing yesterday, March 11th, 2026. Last date of inspection was March 11th, 2026, and staff recommends amending compliance to the April cutoff.
Okay, can I ask why?
Yeah, because he was waiting on his survey, and it finally came in, and he got it submitted yesterday. So we want to give him time to get the permit issued and then his inspection done.
Thank you. Okay.
I'll make a motion. City of Daytona Beach Code Enforcement Board hereby orders that the previous order non-compliance in case number CEB 01-26-01 be amended to allow the respondent, Robert Warbeck, sorry if I mispronounced it, to bring the property into compliance or be returned to a proceeding before the City of Daytona Beach Code Board on 4/1 cutoff for consideration of a fine up to $100 a day to $10,000.
A second.
Okay. Before we move on to the final approval, we haven't heard from Mr. Warbeck yet.
Yeah, I had it taken over to Sanford to actually pick up the survey. For some reason, it was sitting there for the last several days. But I paid for his permit, and not permit the survey since like January. So I finally got it. but
Mr. Warwick,
I didn't get it.
can you put the microphone? There you go.
I ended up going to Stanford, then I stayed here and submitted yesterday. Unfortunately, they're backlogged at the surveying company, and I've been trying to get a survey since January. And if I didn't go there first to get it, who knows when I would have got it in the mail.
Okay, thank you very much. So all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? And so a motion was made by Ms. Roby to move the decision on this case to our next cutoff date. And it was seconded by Ms. Roback. And that's regarding the case of CEB 126-01, Robert Worovic II at 3020 Peninsula Drive.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. The case number 12 is in compliance, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Case number 13 is supposed to be a Zoom case, CEB 0825-135-53, Nave LLC at 830 Berkshire Road.
You said 14?
13.
No, that's not a Zoom case.
Oh, okay. Well, I thought I heard somebody say it was a Zoom case.
It's not on my list, it's a
Okay.
Zoom case. 14 is a Zoom case, but that person isn't here.
Okay.
Is it 830 Berkshire?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, it's labeled 14 on, over here, and that respondent is not here either way.
Okay. Thank you very much. Okay, so, Mr. Butler, in the case of CEB 0825-135.
Yes. Good morning, Inspector Roosevelt Butler, credentials on file with the City of Daytona Beach. As it pertains to 830 Berkshire, the respondent was first notified on May 29th, 2025. Since last court proceedings, I've had contact with the owner, whom was asked to submit his paperwork for the building, to the building department, and he did not since October adhere to the demands that they put upon him to move forward. So therefore, they're going to demolish this property, and staff requests $200 a day to a maximum of $15,000.
Excuse me, Mr. Chair. Xavier, are you sure it's case 13 on page 6? He's on the Zoom list.
So,
Okay.
Mr. Butler, is it that the city's gonna demolish the property, or you're gonna give him the order to demolish?
Well, after speaking to Kim Flannery into the permit department, we're going to take care of it. We're going to do it.
Okay, so should we, I guess the attorney, should we find somebody that is the city's gonna demolish the property? I mean, they're gonna have to pay for the demo, correct?
Well, I guess they will pay for the demo, but it's still in violation up until it's knocked down.
That is correct.
Okay. All right, I'll make a motion then. And how much did you recommend? I'm sorry, $100?
$200 a day to a maximum of $15,000.
The City of Daytona Beach Code Enforcement Board hereby finds that in case number CEB, oh, wait a minute, I'm on the wrong one, am I? 13. No, 13, yeah, CEB 08-25-135, that the respondent, 53 Nav LLC, who was previously found in noncompliance, remains in noncompliance, and therefore orders a fine in the amount of $200 per day to commence on today, 3/12/26, and continue each day until thereafter until the fine has reached the amount of $15K or the property is brought into compliance.
Second.
Okay, motion has been made by Ms. Roby to impose a $200 a day fine to start the day to the max of $15,000. It has been seconded by Ms. Marsh. All those in favor?
Aye.
And opposed regarding the case of CEB 825-135-53 Nave LLC at 830 Berkshire Road. Next case. Number 14, it's supposed to be a Zoom. Yes or no? No Zoom?
No.
Okay. Okay.
Hasn't been showing out, so.
All right, CEB 02-26-35, April Prunty at 1605 North Patrick Circle. What say ye, Mr. Butler?
As it pertains to 1605 North Patrick Circle, the respondent was first notified on May 29th, 2025. Since last month's court proceedings, I've had no contact and no progress. Staff requests $100 a day to a maximum of $15,000.
So it looks like that right now?
Absolutely, as of yesterday.
And how much did you say per day?
100.
I'll make the motion. The City of Daytona Beach Code Enforcement Board hereby finds that in case number CEB 02-26-35, hereby finds that in this case number, that the respondent, April Prunty, who was previously found in noncompliance, remains in noncompliance, and therefore orders a fine in the amount of $100 per day to commence on March the 12th, 2026, and continue each day thereafter until the fine has reached the amount of $15,000 or his property is brought into compliance.
Okay, is there a second? Although, Ms., what's your last name again? Okay, I want to make sure I try to pronounce it right. Calnan, okay. Okay, in the case of CEB 02-26-35 regarding April Prunty at 1605 North Patrick Circle, a motion was made by Ms. Rodeback to impose a fine of $100 a day up to $15,000 to start today until they come into compliance, and the motion was seconded by Ms. Cownan. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Okay, next case. 15, CEB 02-26-2-36, Catherine R. Crosby Estate at 1029 South Gertrude.
As pertains to 1029 South Gertrude, the respondent was first notified on November 20th, 2025. Since last month's court proceedings, I've had no contact and no progress. Staff requests $100 a day to a maximum of $15,000.
Is it vacant?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, do I hear a motion?
I'll make a motion. The City of Daytona Beach Code Enforcement Board hereby finds that in case number CEB 02-26-36, that the respondent, Catherine R. Crosby Estate, who was previously found in noncompliance, remains in noncompliance, and therefore orders a fine in the amount of $100 a day per day to commence on March the 12th, 2026, and continue each day thereafter until the fine has reached the amount of $15,000 or the property is brought into compliance.
Is there a second?
Second.
Motion has been made by Ms. Rodeback and seconded by Ms. Cownan. In the case of, all those in favor?
Aye.
In the case of CEB 02-26-36 regarding Catherine R. Crosby Estate at 1029 for an imposition of $100 a day up to $15,000 until they come into compliance. Next case. CEB 37. Stephen Henson and David C. Henson, Senior Estate.
As pertains to 1010 Cadillac Drive, the respondent was first notified on November the 20th, 2025. Since last month's court proceedings, I've had no contact with the owner and no progress. Staff requests $100 a day to a maximum of $15,000.
Any questions?
Vacant, I guess.
Yes, ma'am.
No contact.
No contact.
Okay. I'd make a motion, and the City of Daytona Beach Code Enforcement hereby finds that in case number CEB 02-26-37, respondent is Stephen C. Henson and David C. Henson Estate, who was previously found in noncompliance, remains in noncompliance, is therefore orders a fine in the amount of $100 per day to commence today and to continue each day thereafter until the fine is reached a maximum of $15,000 or the property is brought into compliance.
Second.
Okay, in the case of CEBO 226-37, Stephen C. Henson and David C. Henson, Senior Estate of 1010 Cadillac Drive. Motion was made by Ms. Callis to impose a $100 a day fine up to $15,000 until they come into compliance. And the fine is to start today. It was seconded by Ms. Marsh. Seconded by Ms. Marsh. All those in favor?
Aye.
Next case. Case number 17, CEBO 326-55. Kalisa L. Carver at 1207 Imperial Drive.
If I may, since now that we're transitioning to new cases, I just wanted to make two quick announcements. New cases, you guys just watched our continued cases. Those cases have been here prior for at least one hearing. That's why they can be fined. Today, if this is your first time here and you're in a new case, you will not be fined today. The question is whether you're in compliance or not in compliance. The two big things that I would like to remind the board about new cases is that the relevant questions are, one, does the respondent agree or disagree that the fines existed at the time the violation was given? So not today, but at the time the violation was given. If they say yes, the next question would relevant for due process would be, how much time do you think would be necessary to come into compliance? The reason why they are or aren't in compliance isn't a due process concern for this proceeding.
Thank you. Okay, any questions about that? No, so moving right along. Is anybody present for this case, CEB 0326-55? Kalina L. Carver at 207 Imperial Drive. Not present, okay. Mr. Butler.
As it pertains to 1207 Imperial Drive, this was a citizen complaint case. A site inspection was conducted on November the 20th, 2025, where it was determined the property had the following violations: outdoor storage, overgrown landscape, dilapidated fencing. The property was notified on December the 16th, 2025. The property was to be in compliance on January the 16th, 2026. Boom. My last date of reinspection was March 11th, 2026. The result of my reinspection was non-compliance. I've had contact with the owner, who's a truck driver, so she's always on the road, but she has a plan in place to get the property in compliance. Staff requests non-compliance, compliance by next cutoff.
I'll make the motion. The City of Daytona Beach Code Enforcement Board hereby finds the respondent, Kalisa L. Carver, in case number CEB 03-26-55 for the property at 1207 Imperial Drive to be in noncompliance, and orders the respondent to come into compliance by 4/1, which is the next cutoff date or be returned to a hearing before the City of Daytona Beach Code Enforcement Board on 4/9 for consideration for a fine up to $100 a day. What is it, 10,000?
No, there's no fine at this point.
Yeah, no fine.
Well, I know there's no fine today, but it says for consideration of a
Oh,
fine.
consideration of a fine of up to $1,000.
$1,000 a day, okay.
I second.
Okay. All right, in the case of CEB 03-26-55, Kalisa L. Carver at 1207 Imperial Drive, motion has been made by Ms. Roby to amend to the case,
Oh, yes.
to amend the case until our next meeting, at which time, if they're not in compliance, a fine could be levied of $1,000 a day. The motion was seconded by Ms. Callahan.
Yep.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Next case, number 16, CEB 03-26-50, Amy L. Haynes at 148 Gold Drive. And this is compliance, non-compliance.
Will you raise your right hand?
Yes.
Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to provide is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
And can you state your name and affiliation to this case?
Amy Haynes, owner.
Thank you.
Mr. Clegg.
Yeah, my name's Officer Clegg, compliance. I'm in compliance. My credentials are on file with the city. This is a complaint-generated case that opened on November 24, 2025 for failure to maintain faded, peeling, rotten wood. They were first noticed was signed for on November 28th. Compliance was due for December 9th, 2025. Reinspection March 10th, 2026 shows no work done. Staff's recommending a finding of non-compliance with compliance due by cutoff, the next cutoff.
Yes, ma'am.
I did try to get paint to match. The problem is the paint is so worn. Some of the paint is, because of the tree that's there, is darker than the other paint. So I had bought paint, but it doesn't match. I had tested it by the front door, which you can't see there. But if I can have an extension, I'm going to have somebody actually come and paint the entire house. And then when we do that, the front fence thing can be taken down, and then we'll get a new one, and then they'll have to paint that at the same time when the paint's done. So.
Okay.
Can you have that done in 30 days?
Yes, 30 days, yes, absolutely.
Any other questions? Okay, so do we have a motion?
I'm gonna give you extra time because
Okay.
it's really not 30 days from today's date to the cutoff.
Okay.
Is that okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I guess I should ask you first. The City of Daytona Beach Code Enforcement Board hereby finds a respondent, Amy L. Haynes, in case number CEB 03-26-50 for the property at 148 Gold Drive to be in non-compliance in order to respondents to come in compliance by the cutoff of 5/6 to be returned to a hearing before the City of Daytona Beach Code Enforcement Board on 5/14 for consideration for a fine up to $1,000 a day.
Second.
Okay. In the case number 18, CEB 03-26-50, Amy L. Haynes at 148 Gold Drive, motion was made by Ms. Roby to amend the case to our next meeting in, what is it, April?
No, it'd be May 6th.
May 6th. And still remains in non-compliance. At that time, she could face a fine of up to $1,000 a day, and it was seconded by Ms. Marsh. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Next case. Case number 19, CEB 03-26-43, Eileen M. Fitzner, TR, and Albone R. Fitzner, living at Trust at 114 and Gardner Court. Mr. Beanie.
Yes, sir. This case was opened on September 2nd, 2025 as a field-generated case for outside storage, unmaintained landscaping. First notice was posted on October 21st, 2025. Compliance was due on October 31st, 2025. Last date of reinspection on February 10th, 2026, and the result was non-compliance. There has been contact from the owner. Staff is recommending a finding of non-compliance with compliance due by next cutoff.
Do we have no pictures?
I did not find it.
Okay.
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 Okay, what say ye?
Are there pictures?
No pictures.
And they're not here, the.
Apologize.
Not here.
Yeah.
Homeowner's not here.
Mm-mm. Yeah, I'll make a motion. The City of Daytona Beach Code Enforcement Board hereby finds the respondent Eileen M. Fitchner Trust and Alban R. Fitchner Living Trust 2404 at 114 North Gardner Court to be in noncompliance and orders the respondent to come into compliance by 4/1 or be returned to a hearing before the City of Daytona Beach Code Enforcement Board on 4/9 for consideration of a fine up to $1,000 a day.
Is there a second?
A second.
Okay, we have a motion in the case of CEB 03-26-43 regarding Eileen M. Fitchner, TR, and Alban Fitchner, R. Fitchner Living Trust at 114 North Gardner Court. Ms. Rovey made the motion that we find them in non-compliance, that they will return to our next meeting and where they might face a fine to start up to $1,000 a day. The motion was seconded by Ms. Rodenbeck. And all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. Okay, case number 20 is in compliance. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. Case number 21, CBO 3-26-59, Beatrice M. Sims, EST, at 873 Madison Avenue. Who's this? Domingo. Is anybody present for that case? No? Yes, ma'am.
This is case 21. Can you read it
21.
again for the record?
The address is, the case number CEB 03-26-59, Beatrice M. Sims, Estates at 873 Madison Avenue.
I thought I read it. I didn't read it?
Someone in the audience asked.
Read it again.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
Okay, this case opened March 13th of 2025 as a Daytona Beach Police Department and code compliance collaboration on a warrant here at this property. The owner was first notified June 27th of 2026 with a compliance date of July 27th of 2026 for violations of damaged structure, chip peeling paint, dirt and grime, exposed electrical outlet receptacle and yard, outside storage, trash, rubbish, and debris, damaged windows and doors, inoperable windows, damaged roof, soffit and fascia boards, damaged interior surfaces. There was contact throughout the case with the occupant who lives here, who, for the record, is not the owner of the property. Have had several conversations with her regarding hurricane damages to the property in regards to the roof, possibly getting assistance through FEMA to have it replaced. There was also the matter of getting inspections through FEMA that she said resulted in them possibly demolishing the structure and rebuilding it. None of that has ever happened. I have not been able to go back to the interior of the property to re-inspect either. We're requesting non-compliance, compliance by next cutoff for this property.
I want to add a couple procedural things. Remind me the owner, the tenant's name.
The tenant is Shirley Seen or Pate. She goes back and forth between the two last names.
So she said, what I wanted to clarify and add more details when the inspector said that Miss Pate is not the owner. In your handbooks, I don't know if you have it, but I have it in mine. It's a warranty deed. You'll see that warranty deed is from the tenant trying to sell the property. However, if you go onto your page of the property appraiser's report, you'll see that Miss Pate isn't listed as the owner. Anyone can put forth a deed and send it to the property appraiser. It doesn't make it a valid deed. When you go to the property appraiser's website, you'll see that next to this deed, they record everything. So when the property appraiser's website says verified, it doesn't mean that it's valid. You have to look at whether it's qualified or unqualified, and this deed is unqualified, which is why the property appraiser hasn't changed the ownership status. It's still under the owner for Sims Beatrice Estate. They are still the owner, so if the tenant does come at the next hearing, I wanted the board to know, and I wanted to include it in the minutes, that we do not recognize Ms. Pate as the owner to give testimony on to the property, nor do we recognize this warranty deed.
Because we don't get the warranty deed till the lien review.
Oh, it's not in your books?
No.
Okay. I thought you guys had the same thing I had. Never mind.
Okay. No, but
Thanks.
that's good information.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
You have everything in your notes. I did copy everything that's in your packet.
Oh, okay.
Oh, when it's a, when it's a lane review.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, right. We don't know that she's.
So there's no communication with any of the
She's had contact with
family?
the tenant that claims that she owns it.
but no family that,
No.
Okay. Okay, I'll make the motion. The City of Daytona Beach Code Enforcement Board hereby finds the respondent, Beatrice M. Sims Estate, in case number CEB 03-26-59, for the property at 873 Madison Avenue, to be in noncompliance and orders the respondent to come into compliance by 4/1, the next cutoff date, or be returned to a hearing before the City of Daytona Beach Code Enforcement Board on 4/9 for consideration of a fine up to $1,000 a day.
Second.
Okay, so in the case of CEB 0324-59 regarding Beatrice M. Sims, EST at 873 Madison Avenue. Motion has been made by Ms. Roby to find her in non-compliance and to come into compliance by 4/1 and or return to code enforcement hearing on 4/9, where she could face up to $1,000 a day fine. It was seconded by Ms. Marsh. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Okay, case number 22, CEB 03-26-60, Lewis Corp. of FL at 362 Frederick Avenue. Is anyone here for that case? No.
Okay, this case opened March 31st of 2025. The owner was notified May 15th of 2025 with a compliance date of June 12th, 2025 for violations outside storage, trash and rubbish, rotted wood, chip peeling paint on the exterior walls, chip faded paint missing landing at exterior for sliding door, and no permits for the porch components, handrails, guard rails, and no identification numbers. There was contact that I received by email from the owner of the property. In addition, I was able to speak with the occupant at the property, the renter at the property, who informed me that he was supposed to be getting FEMA money to help fix the property. No permits are on record. I'm requesting non-compliance, compliance by next cutoff for this property.
So the tenant told you that he was going to get FEMA money?
Yes.
Or was requesting, okay.
Inspector, do you consider the missing landing at the exterior safety concern?
Yes, I do. In addition, thanks for reminding me, that landing that's missing from the sliding glass door on the side of the house is a dropper fall risk. So requesting that that come into compliance within 10 days for that life safety issue.
Okay. And can we ask for the identification numbers too for 911 system
Sure,
for 10 days?
sure.
10 days life safety. I'll make a motion. The City of Daytona Beach Code Enforcement Board hereby finds a respondent, Lewis Corp of Florida, in the case number CEB 03-26-60, for the property at 362 North Frederick Avenue to be in non-compliance, and orders the respondent to come into compliance by 10 days from today, 12th, for 10 days for the life safety issue of the outside steps landing on the side and the identification numbers on the house for 911 purposes. And the other part to come in compliance by 4/1 or be returned to a hearing before the City of Daytona Beach Board on 4/9 for consideration for a fine up to $1,000 a day.
Second.
Okay, motion was made in the case of CEB 0326-60 Lewis Corp of Florida at 362 North Frederick Avenue. Let's see if I can remember this whole motion. So the motion was to amend the case to our next meeting for the party to come into compliance by 4/1, and also they have a 10-day period to come into compliance regarding some outside step issues that are not in compliance, which cause a safety issue. And so they're to return to our...
And the address numbers.
And address numbers.
Yeah, for the
And add the address numbers. And so they're to return to our next meeting at 4/9, of which if they're not in compliance, they can face a fine up to $1,000 a day. The motion was seconded by Ms. Marsh. All those in favor?
Aye.
Against? Motion carries. Case number 23, CEB 03-26-61, Bolden Investment Group, LLC, 437 Fulton Street. Yes, ma'am.
We have some respondents coming up.
Oh, okay, good, great.
Will you both raise your right hand? Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to provide is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, ma'am.
And can you state your names and your affiliation to the case?
Tyrone Bolden, the owner.
Ronique Bolden, owner.
You said Tyrone?
Yes, ma'am.
And ma'am, your first name?
Ronique.
Ronique. Thank you.
Okay, this case opened April 14th of 2025. The owner was notified June 2nd of 2025 with a compliance date of July 11th, 2025 for violations of renovations without permits. There was contact with the owner, Mr. Bolden, in our office.
In December, I met you in December. And I couldn't pay that fine.
I have it documented as November 25th. At that point, he was advised to go down to permits and licensing to apply for the after-the-fact permits, and I've had no contact since that time, so we're requesting non-compliance, compliance by next cutoff for this case.
Do you agree that the fine existed as listed on the notice of violation?
Excuse me.
At the time that you received that notice, did that fine exist? Did that violation exist? The violation? Do you agree or disagree with with what was listed on the violation?
Not everything listed on it, no.
She just listed no permits. Am I
But no
correct?
permits, yeah, I'm sorry. Yes,
So
ma'am.
you agree that that happened?
Yeah, because I didn't know I needed to have a permit to paint the house or.
How much time do you think you'll need to get those permits and come into compliance?
Do I need a GC for that stuff?
We can't tell. You have to go to permits and licensing.
Okay, I say 45 days.
45 days is fine.
Okay.
Or the May cutoff, I suppose it is for that.
Do the 60. I'll make the motion. City of Daytona Beach Code Enforcement Board hereby finds the respondents from Bolden Investment Group LLC in case number CEB 03-26-61 for the property at 437 Fulton Street to be in non-compliance in order as respondents come in compliance by 5/6 cutoff date or be returned to the hearing before the City of Daytona Beach Code Enforcement Board on 5/14 for a consideration of a fine up to $1,000 a day.
Second.
Okay.
Question, so once I complete this by 5/6, do I have to show up for another date?
And you still keep in touch with her after you go down to permits and licensing?
She can tell you.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then we pay that $1,000.
But you don't pay
No,
nothing.
you pay
now.
nothing.
You just gotta go and get your permits after the fact.
Okay.
None of the remaining cases today are being fined today.
Okay.
Okay.
If you're in compliance, if you have it all done before the May 6th,
Yeah, you
just
don't.
let her know.
Okay.
And you don't have to return.
Right.
Just take
Okay,
it.
good, 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 good.
Thank you.
Okay, we ready to finish the motion?
Sorry.
Are we ready to finish the motion?
Excited.
Okay, in the case of CEB 03-26-61, Bolden Investment Group LLC at 437 Fulton Street. Motion was made by Ms. Roby to amend the time for them to come back to a hearing at 5/14, but to come into compliance by 5/6.
No, 5/6 and 5/14.
They have to come into compliance by 5/6,
Right.
Yeah.
or they
You
will
said-
come
you
to a
said
hearing
what?
on 5/14.
No, I said to come back to the hearing at 5/14, where they could face a fine up to $1,000. And then I said to come into compliance by 5/6. That's what I said. Okay, thank you. The motion was seconded by Ms. Marsh. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. Next case.
Okay, all right.
Case number 24, CEB 03-2644, Chester Smith III at 548 Sandra Avenue. Somebody's present?
No. Her case is already with us. 240 Center.
This is Chester Smith III.
I'm sorry. I think we already heard that case.
No.
Case
No, we didn't
24?
hear that case.
No, we didn't. Case
Chester.
What's your address, ma'am? What?
That's you.
This is 548, it says here.
Oh, yeah.
Are you
this is your-
Cascada Villages? Okay, it's listed correctly. They're just confused because it's the same street. So we're on, ma'am?
So
Can you
which-
read it? Can you read it again loud so that she can?
Yeah.
The full address.
Case 03-26-44, Chester Smith III, 548 Sandra Avenue.
548 Sandra Avenue.
Right.
Okay.
She doesn't hear it.
Do you see her?
Okay, what was the confusion?
Okay.
Let's-
She's not here.
Oh, okay. Okay. Ms. Titani.
This case was opened August 25th, 2025, a failed urinary case for overgrown landscaping and a junk vehicle. First notice received September 11th, 2025. Compliance is due October 11th, 2025. Since the last inspection on March 10th, 2026, the result was non-compliance. There has been no contact with the owner. Staff recommends a finding of non-compliance with the compliance due by next cutoff.
Okay. What's the board's desire?
I'll make a motion. The City of Daytona Beach Code Enforcement Board hereby finds the respondent, Chester Smith III, in case number CEB 032644 for the property at 548 Sandra Avenue to be in noncompliance, and orders the respondent to come into compliance by April 1st, 2026, or be returned to a hearing before the City of Daytona Beach Code Enforcement Board on April 9th, 2026, for consideration of a fine up to $1,000 per day.
Is there a second?
I second.
Okay, in the case of CEB 0326-44 Chester, regarding Chester Smith III at 548 Sandra Avenue, a motion was made by Ms. Marsh to find him in noncompliance, to come into compliance by April 1st, return to a hearing at 4/9, up to where they could face a fine up to $1,000 if they're not in compliance. The motion was seconded by Ms. Roby. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Next one, CEB 0326-45, La Casagada Villas LLC at 524 Sandra Avenue.
Will you raise your right hand, ma'am? Do you swear or affirm that the testimony about provided the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, I do.
Can you state your name and affiliation to the case?
Natalie Kowalczyk, and I'm the operating manager of the LLC.
You said Natalie?
Yes.
And your last name again, I'm sorry?
Kowalczyk, Kowalchuk.
K-O-W?
Kow.
Can you finish it?
Oh, Alchuk.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Did you swear her in already?
Yeah.
Okay. Ms. Titani.
This case was opened September 18th, 2025, a failed urinary case for outside storage, dirt and grime, parking of the boat, and trash and debris. First notice was received September 29th, 2025. Compliance is due October 29th, 2025. Last inspection was March 10th, 2026, and the result was non-compliance. There's been no contact with the owners. Staff recommends a finding of non-compliance with compliance due by next cutoff.
Ma'am, do you agree that the fines listed on the violation of outside storage, dirt and grime, parking of a boat, trash and debris existed at the time you were given this violation?
Yes, and according to the tenant, because this is rented,
Yeah.
according to the tenant.
How
it
much
was
time do you think you'll need to
fixed.
come into compliance?
This is the thing, the tenant is in a process of eviction. The water have been shut down already for 3 months and they haven't.
Is 30 days enough time? Sorry, we're just trying to.
No, I need more than 30 days because before.
Is 60 days
having-
enough time?
Can I get 3 months? Because I want to go through the
The
court.
eviction process doesn't take 3 months. Do you think you can do it in 6 months? I mean, in 2 months?
I will try it. If it doesn't take that long with eviction, yes.
Inspector, are you okay with 2 months?
Yes.
City recommends 2 months to come into compliance.
I'll make a motion. The City of Daytona Beach Code Enforcement Board hereby orders that the previous order of noncompliance in case number CEB 03-26-45 be amended to allow the respondent, La Casada Villas LLC, to bring the property into compliance or be returned to the preceding.
Ms. Radabod, this is a non-compliance determination,
Oh, I'm sorry.
and you're reading
Please.
amended order.
Okay, Mr. Evans. That's okay. The City of Daytona Beach Code Enforcement Board hereby finds the respondent, La Casada Villas, in case number CEB 0326-45, for the property at 524 Sandra Avenue to be in noncompliance and orders the respondent to come into compliance by May the 6th, 2026, or be returned to a hearing before the City of Daytona Beach Code Enforcement Board on May the 14th, 2026, for consideration of a fine up to $1,000 a day.
Okay.
Second.
Marsh, second. Okay. So, in the case of CEBO 326-45, La Cascada Villas LLC at 524 Sandra Avenue, a motion has been made by Ms. Rodebaut to amend the case, to find them in noncompliance, and amend the case to be come into compliance by 5/6, or return to a hearing on 5/14, of which they could face a fine up to $1,000 a day. It was seconded by Ms. Marsh. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Ma'am, you won't necessarily be fined at the next hearing. Just stay in communication with her if you need more time. The important thing for all respondents is we won't know how much time to give you if you don't ask for it. So keep in contact with her. I noticed that you haven't made contact yet.
I
So
wasn't.
you should exchange information before you go.
No, yes, I'm sorry. I thought the tenant had fixed it, and I didn't know until I got this notice.
That's fine. You can get her information.
Thank you. Have a great day.
You too.
Did she give you her information?
Before you move further, I'd like to ask the lady that asked earlier, what's your address, ma'am? What's your address?
Did you give her your contact information yet?
No, it's
You're the lady with the white hair?
240 Center.
Are you pointing at the lady with the white hair?
No, you can go, ma'am. I was speaking to the lady behind you.
The lady with the white hair.
Yeah.
240 Center.
What case is she here for?
240 Center.
Okay.
240 Center.
We already completed it.
Oh, we did it already.
Yes.
Okay.
She has already been passed, so that's why I was just trying to let you know that she was here. I don't know, there's nothing, so she would know what happened.
Oh, okay. It's up to your discretion whether you want to rehear it. It's already been heard. What case number was it?
It's case number 6.
Yeah, she needs to know what's happening.
Okay.
Case number 6.
Page 4, case number 6.
Page 4, case number 6.
Will you state your name for the record, ma'am?
My ears are so clogged up today for some reason.
Okay, your name?
Oh, Joanne Huff.
I'm sorry. Will you raise your right hand?
Yeah.
Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to provide is the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth?
I do.
Okay, and your affiliation to this case?
Have what?
How do you relate to this case?
Are you the owner? Are you the owner of this property?
I'm the owner of the property. Oops.
Okay. So we heard your case earlier, and we came to a determination.
I
but we didn't
can't,
hear
honey,
from-
I can't
Okay.
hear. I'm sorry.
All right, that's okay. We heard your case earlier. We made a decision, but since you didn't come up front,
You know, I saw the pictures come up and I
Right.
thought, I was going to say that's my house,
Yeah.
but I thought it was a glitch in the camera.
yeah, I know you should have said
Yeah,
that's my
I
house.
didn't hear my name called or
Right,
anything.
Okay, so we want to give you the opportunity now
Okay.
to share
Okay.
with us what would you like to say?
I have just a few notes. No, I'm really sorry I didn't get through with doing
okay, that's
doing
okay.
things on time. We had, in January, we had 5 freezing days and also rain. February was a short month. Had a house leak, had to move more stuff, and then had more stuff coming outside. I've had medical problems, spot on the lungs, possible cancer, bacteria infection, and I had to stay off my feet every couple of days. And the man who's helping me has a drinking problem, and sometimes he doesn't show up. But I will do my best to get it done this time.
what do you propose as to how to get it done?
What do I,
What do you propose? What are you gonna do to get it done?
What is your plan?
at least a couple of weeks.
What do you think?
Is that what you asked me?
Sonny?
What?
The board wants to know what your plan is. How are you going to fix it? Do you have a,
Sorry. My ears just blew up this morning.
yeah. Can you tell the board what your plan is to come into compliance? How are you planning to fix all this? How are you planning to fix this?
Well, I'm going to have to get more help.
Can you get more help?
Anyway,
Can you get more help?
I'm going to try. Yeah.
So we're going to need a little bit more than you're going to try. We need a plan.
Yeah.
What?
They want you to have a plan of what you're
Yeah.
gonna do
Yes.
to get more help.
Yes, I do.
Okay, so 30 days.
The city would just like to stick with the recommendation.
Okay.
And then she could come by for a lien review once she's done.
Okay.
Okay.
good.
She just needs to be informed what was said, like what was the results.
Right.
Do you want to tell her or you want?
Your order, but I can do it.
Okay.
Okay,
What was
right.
it?
$100 a day.
Yeah, $100.
$100.
So you were fined $100 a day?
No.
However, yes, earlier. However, if you come into compliance, contact her and
Okay.
she will come to inspect your property. If it's in compliance, meaning everything is fixed, you can ask for that fine to be waived. But you need to do this as soon as possible.
Okay.
Good? Okay. Stay in contact with her.
Okay, that's it.
That's it.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
Feel bad, I thought I was yelling.
Okay. We were up to
we
case
were-
26,
Yeah, I forgot where we were.
and that's supposed to be a Zoom, I think. Is case
26,
26 a
yes.
Zoom?
Yes, sir, it is.
Okay. Oh, there she goes.
Will you raise your right hand? Good morning. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to provide is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, I do.
Can you state your name and affiliation to this case?
Betty Scheck-Snyder. I own W.A. Hamilton Holdings,
Thank you.
LLC.
Okay. Ms. Atani?
This case was opened July 22nd, 2025, a field journey case for unmaintained landscaping, outside storage, dirt and grime, peeling paint, parking in the backyard, trash and debris, and a damaged balcony. First notice was received August 1st, 2025. Compliance was due September 1st, 2025. Last inspection was March 11th, 2026, and the result was non-compliance. There has been contact with the owners. Staff recommends a finding of non-compliance with compliance due by next cutoff.
Ma'am, do you agree that at the time you were given this notice of violation, that those violations existed? I'll repeat them just for the record. It's unmaintained landscaping, outside storage, dirt and grime, peeling paint, parking in the backyard, trash and debris, and damaged balcony. Did those exist?
I don't know, and I apologize for not knowing. I am not in Daytona right now and currently, and I haven't been because I am dealing with a
So-
family member who's ill. So I don't know that they exist. I have been in contact with the residents.
How much?
And I have been in contact with Ms. Atani.
How much time do you think you're going to need to come into compliance to fix those violations?
Well, quite honestly, when this first came up, I did reach out to Ms. Atani and tried to get more clarity as to what was going on. Still, to be honest with
how
you,
much
she
time
said that
do you
the
think
last compliance, the last date that it was inspected was the 11th. I was under the impression, and I was prepared to say today, that we were in compliance, but she's saying we're not. So I'm still unclear what is still needed.
Yeah, so you can get with her for information later. Right now, we're just trying to figure out a timeline of when you should come into compliance. How much time do you think you need to come into compliance?
I don't know what is still outstanding.
So how about-
I thought we were in compliance.
How about we move forward with the 30 days, and if you need more time, you can ask her for more time.
That's fine, that's fine. I don't know what's wrong. I thought we had everything taken care of. She's got pictures. The house has been, the peeling paint has been removed, it's been repainted, everything has been cleaned up, trimmed up. What she was saying was in damage has been removed. So I don't know what else needs to be
And
done.
that's one of the issues. That's a life safety issue. The balcony that you removed is a life safety issue.
So I think that this is something you can explain to her off the hearing. Here, we're just trying to come with a timeline.
There's no balcony.
But
There's no balcony.
Excuse me. Well, we need to come up with the time frame, not you.
I said we, the hearing, at the
Okay.
hearing.
All right, I just want to be clear about
Is there,
that.
I
Because,
gotta-
wait, I'm not finished.
I have a question
Hold,
though.
well, wait till I finish, and then you can ask your question. This case goes back to August of '25. So
She
I-
said she removed the balcony. I want to know if there's doors that go to that balcony that go outside.
There is what looks like a short door, and I have in contact with G5 Railing, and they had proposed a railing there, going there to restore it back to what it originally was when I first bought the property back in 2013. They have given me one quote. They, as of last night, they asked if they could do it over again. That will be done within the next week.
Okay, so the next cutoff will be good enough, so you'll have information that you can get to Miss Atani
Right.
about
There's
the door.
a small railing that goes up there. It's an inch and a half wide by 15 feet long. There's a little bit of a railing just in front of that short door, right above the front door. That's
So
not,
the
that balcony
railing
right
is
there that
up?
you're looking at, the wooden structure has been removed.
So
That is no longer even there.
The new railing that's up there is in front of that door that no one can get through the door onto where the balcony
No one can get
was?
through that, right, no one can get through that door. There was a decorative railing there when I first bought the property that's going to be replaced.
Okay, let me remind the board, we're here to decide whether she's in compliance or not in compliance. That's the
As you can
issue.
see, I'm so
That's
sorry, I
the
didn't mean to
issue.
interrupt you.
Excuse me, ma'am. But if there's a safety issue, then we need to hear that safety issue and deal with that as we've done with other cases. So what is the city's recommendation?
10 days.
We can go 10 days
Huh?
for that. It's right there.
Yeah,
Yeah, but what's the recommendation?
10 days.
10 days.
10 days.
Okay, for that. Okay,
Let's see.
thank you. And, okay. All right, anybody have a motion?
I'll make a motion.
Go ahead.
The City of Daytona Beach Code Enforcement Board hereby finds the respondent, W.A. Hamilton Holdings LLC, in case number CEB 032646 for the property at 663 Madison Avenue to be in noncompliance, and orders the respondent to come into compliance for the life safety issue of the railing within 10 days. And for the other items by the next cutoff, which is 4/1/26, or be returned to a hearing before the City of Daytona Beach Code Enforcement Board on 4/9/2026 for consideration of a fine up to $1,000 per day.
Second.
Okay. So in the case of CEB 0326-46, W.A. Hamilton Holdings LLC at 663 Madison Avenue, a motion was made by Ms. Marsh for the safety concern to be fixed within 10 days and the rest of the issues to be addressed by 4/1 and to be returned to a meeting if not in compliance of 4/9 up to where they could face a fine up to $1,000 a day. And the motion was seconded by Ms. Callis. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Now, do you understand what we just did, ma'am?
I understand that you guys are giving me 10 days for the safety issue and 30 days for compliance, but I apologize. I've gone through all of the paperwork and I can't find where we're not in compliance. So, and I've talked to Ms. Atani several times and I'm still not clear.
Well, you need to clarify that with Ms. Atani again, because we can't clarify it for you.
Just contact her afterwards.
Right. Just contact
Thank
her and, you all get it straight. And then if you come back to us, we'll make another decision. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay, next case, 27, CEB 0326-47, Gamma Lambda Zeta Chapter of Zeta Phi Beta Sorority.
Please don't mess it up.
240 North
go on the other
Caroline
one.
Street.
Step to the other
You could go on
podium,
that one.
please.
The other one.
I won't hit her, I promise.
She's got to swear you in.
Do you want to repeat that correctly? You want to say it the right way?
Gamma Lambda Zeta Chapter
Okay.
of Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated.
All that's now on it.
Will you raise your right hand? Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to provide is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
And can you state your name and affiliation to this case?
Betty Ivy, current chapter president.
I'm sorry, a name again?
Betty Ivy,
Okay.
current chapter president.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay, Ms. Atani.
This case was opened May 20th, 2024, a field generated case for boarded up windows. First notice was received June 25th, 2024. Compliance was due July 25th, 2024. Last inspection was March 11th, 2026, and the result was non-compliance. There has been contact with the organization's president. Staff recommends a finding of non-compliance with compliance due by next cutoff.
So ma'am, the board has to determine whether you're in compliance and how much time to give you. Do you agree that this picture is accurate and that the property is boarded, that the violation existed?
Yes.
How much time do you think you'll need to come into compliance?
Because of the structure of our organization and how we operate, the current plan is on a 3 to 5 year plan.
Oops, that much.
Because we maintain the property taxes, and we have other commitments. And this is an inherited concern. And so the current board, we're working with court enforcement to try and keep it going forward. But we're in a situation where we have to pay for the repairs of the windows as we go.
Oh, I'm not sure 3 years, but we'll let the board determine.
So underneath those boards there are no windows, or
There are windows, but we had an issue where, I guess, before my tenure and the previous president's tenure, when the boards, I guess, originally the house was asked to be boarded up. They were replacing windows every 6 months to a year because persons were breaking the panes. And so that's my understanding of how we got to the boards. And
Okay,
so
well,
there are
I'm
windows
Yeah.
there, but some of the windows have been damaged. So if we take the boards off, then you're going to see broken glass. And then that becomes a liability.
Is this
Okay,
property?
I'm sorry, excuse me, because people keep jumping in. Again, compliance and non-compliance. All the individual stuff is just stuff. It's still compliance and non-compliance. Also, your organization takes whatever 3 to 5 years. Well, the city, has codes that can't wait 3 to 5 years. And we have to, at some point, deal with it. Anyway, I just wanted to say that little piece.
It's been 2 years already,
Yeah.
right?
All I was gonna say is, you should contact the police department and get the property on a trespass arrest site if you're not already there. Are you familiar with that process?
No.
Okay, over there, before you leave, there's an officer who, Sean,
Okay.
It's basically, if you go to police department and ask them to be part of the trespass arrest site, they can tell you what that is. It just allows the police department to remove anyone and help prevent break-ins.
Okay, thank you.
Is it all right? I mean, we're gonna fine you in non-compliance, of course, but once you come, if you can't come into compliance and you do get the fine, it can stay there till you decide what you're gonna do with that property. So it all depends on how fast your organization wants to move as to how far the fine goes and how long it stays.
Okay.
And then were you here in the beginning with the lien reviews?
Yes.
Okay, and if it ever comes to that you can file for a lien review.
Okay.
You want to do something with the property or whatever, but the board has to go and do what they have to do in the time limits that are given.
Okay.
Okay?
Thank you.
Okay, so.
I have a question.
Yes, sir.
Whether it would be proper, I don't believe, is there anyone in the built structure?
No. We,
Inherited it, right?
well, no, we go in and out it so that it's visible that someone does go in. So, but as far as someone physically using it and being in the property, no. Not
only
at the
reason I
current time.
mention that is the no windows would be a life safety issue, because that's a means of ingress and egress if there's a fire.
Yeah, but
It's vacant.
And
It's not anyone in there on a regular basis.
What are you planning to do with the buildings?
The long-term goal is to rehab the house, and it was what we call in our organization, it's a stork nest. So at one point, when our senior sorors and the house was operated, it was a place for stork nests, and it worked in the community to provide baby items to parents. So years ago, we had a partnership that we provided what we know as social services for education on birth and health.
So that's in the past, but what do you have for the future?
That is our plan, is to,
Timeline?
like I said, 3 to 5 years, because we have to rehab the house.
Okay, so let's move along here.
I'll make a motion.
Go ahead.
The City of Daytona Beach Code Enforcement Board hereby finds the respondent Gamma Lambda Zeta chapter of Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporate at 240 North Caroline Street to be, in case number CEB 03-26-47, to be in noncompliance in order the respondent to come in compliance by 4/1 or be returned to a hearing before the City of Daytona Beach Code Enforcement Board on 4/9 for consideration for a fine up to $1,000 a day, but no fine.
Is there a second? Second? Oh, Ms. Callis, okay. Okay, in the case of CEB 03-26.
That's what he's doing.
We gotta vote.
I will. You haven't seen how I've been doing it? I read it out.
She was leaving.
Huh?
She was starting to leave.
Oh,
Okay.
no, but she's.
May we have 90 days?
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
I can amend it to 90 days if you want, is that's okay? with-
That's okay.
Okay. So,
Are you asking to amend your motion?
Yeah.
Okay.
Was it 6? Okay, so the City of Daytona Beach Code Enforcement Board hereby finds the respondent, Gamma Lambda Zeta chapter of Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporate, in case number CEB 03-26-47 for the property at 240 North Caroline Street to be in noncompliance and orders the respondent to come in compliance by the cutoff date of 6/3/26, or be returned to a hearing before the City of Daytona Beach Board on 6/11/26 for consideration of a fine up to $1,000 a day.
And I believe Ms. Callis is second?
Second.
Right. Okay, so moving forward, in the case of CEB 03-26-47, Gamma Lambda Zeta chapter of Zeta Phi
Phi.
Sorority 240 North Caroline Street. Motion was made by Ms. Roby to find them in non-compliance and to come into compliance by
6-3.
6-3 rather, yeah, 6-3. 6-3, and or return back to a meeting on 6-11 of code enforcement. The motion was seconded by Ms. Callis. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Almost half the road.
Thank you.
Okay, next case. 28, CEB 032648, Alice Bars Estate at 421 North Frederick Avenue. Oh, I thought she was,
I do too.
okay. Ms. Itani?
This case was opened August 25th, 2025, a failed generator case for unmaintained landscaping, dirt and grime, damaged soffit and roof. First notice was received September 15th, 2025. Compliance is due October 15th, 2025. Last inspection was March 10th, 2026, and the result was non-compliance. There has been no contact with the owner. SAC recommends a finding of non-compliance with compliance due by next cutoff.
Alrighty. Is there a motion?
I'll make the motion. The City of Daytona Beach Code Enforcement Board hereby finds the respondent, Alice Bars Estate, in case number CEB 032648, for the property at 421 North Frederick Avenue, to be in noncompliance, and orders the respondent to come into compliance by April 1st, 2026, the next cutoff, or be returned to a hearing before the City of Daytona Beach Code Enforcement Board on April the 9th, 2026, for consideration of a fine up to $1,000 per day.
Second.
Okay, in the case of CEB 03-26-48 regarding Alice Bars Estate at 421 North Frederick Avenue, a motion was made by Ms. Marsh to, that they're found to be in non-compliance and for them to come into compliance by 4/1. If not, to return to a meeting, code enforcement hearing on 4/9, and where they could face a fine up to $1,000 a day. It was seconded by Ms. Roby. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, next case. CEB 0326-49, Lillian Usher at 322 Lane Street.
You want to stand or you want to sit down? You want to stand up or you want to sit?
Oh, yeah.
You good?
I'm ready.
Are you all gonna speak or just her?
This is my pastor and my family.
Yeah, and my question was, are they gonna testify or speak on your behalf or speak with you or just you?
We're going to speak with her.
Okay, so I need you all to be sworn in. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to provide is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Thank you. And I need each of your names, starting with her. Your name?
Yes.
What's your name? Tell us.
Lillian Usher.
Thank you. And your name, sir?
I'm Reverend Mitchell, the pastor.
I'm sorry,
Michael
first?
Mitchell.
Michael Mitchell. And you, sir?
My son, Stanley Usher.
Stanley Usher. Thank you.
Okay.
This case was opened January 23rd, 2025, a failed generator case for dirt and grime on the fence and on the structure, damaged roof or on the accessory structure, damaged stairs, and no identification numbers. First notice was received March 8th, 2025. Compliance is due April 8th, 2025. Last inspection was March 11th, 2026, and the result was non-compliance. There has been a contact with the owner. Staff recommends a finding of non-compliance with compliance due by next cutoff.
Ma'am, do you agree that the violations listed on the notice of violation existed at the time that was given?
I don't know what you're saying, but I don't have a hearing.
Oh, I'll be loud, I'll be
But
loud.
in the process,
So,
everything is being taken care of.
Do you agree that at the time?
Everything's being taken care of. It's
Okay,
on the
not
process.
today. I'm talking about on November 18th, when she gave you the notice of violation. Did those exist? Those corrections, did they exist on the property at the time? Yes. Yes, you agree or no?
Yes,
you-
well,
Do you agree that when she gave you that notice, all of those things took place? Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. tell me.
Yes.
How much time do you think you would like to ask the board to give you to come into compliance?
You have to tell me what she's saying, because I don't know.
Okay. So is 30 days enough time?
30 days enough time?
Everything's in the process of
Okay,
being taken
so-
care of.
That's all we have.
Because I don't like it no more than you two.
You just contact her after this hearing and she can go inspect the property and put you in compliance.
Yes, it's being taken care of.
And she can let you know whether you have to come to another hearing or whether you're done. Contact her after.
Okay.
So the city's recommendation was?
Next cutoff.
Okay.
I'll make
You got
a
a
motion.
motion?
The City of Daytona Beach Code Enforcement Board hereby finds the respondent, Lillian Usher, in case number CEB 03-26-49 for the property at 322 Lane Street to be a non-compliant, and orders the respondent to come into compliance by April the 1st, 2026, or be returned to a hearing before the City of Daytona Beach Code Enforcement Board on April the 9th for consideration of a fine up to $1,000 a day.
And do we have a second?
Second.
Okay.
If April the 1st could be good.
Okay, so in the case of CB 0326-49 regarding Lillian Usher at 322 Lane Street, a motion was made by Ms. Rodeback to find it in non-compliance and to come into compliance by 4/1 or return to another hearing on 4/9, at which time, if it's not in compliance, they can face a fine of up to $1,000 a day. And it was seconded by Ms. Callahan. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
Okay.
Okay, so that's the decision.
So you're not being fined today?
Right.
Right.
You're not being fined?
Well, we understand that, but can we get an extension on that though?
Talk to her, and if you need more time, yeah, talk to her. She can work with you.
Okay.
Okay, that's it? Any other questions or? All right, so,
That's it?
okay.
Have a
you're
great day.
Have a good day. Case number 31, CB 0326.
31.
30.
30?
30, where you at, 30? Oh,
Justin
okay,
Kirby.
Okay, I wrote a note, yeah, all right.
I wish we were 30.
Case number 30, CEB 0326-51, Jocelyn M. Kirby at 810 Edward Street. Anybody present?
Will you raise your right hand, sir? Do you swear or affirm that the testimony, I'm sorry, do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to provide is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Thank you. And can you state your name?
Justin Kirby.
Thank you.
Okay, Ms. Itani.
This case was opened October 15th, 2025, a failed generic case for unmaintained landscaping, dirt and grime, faded/peeling paint, work without a permit, trash and debris, damaged soffit and roof, and parking on the lawn. First notice received November 18th, 2025. Compliance was due December 18th, 2025. Last inspection was March 11th, 2026, and the result was non-compliance. There has been contact with the owner. Staff recommends a finding of non-compliance with compliance due by next cutoff.
Mr. Kirby, do you agree that at the time you were given this violation in November, those existed, these violations?
They existed, but the stuff that she's talking about, the non-permit, was there before I bought the house.
How much time do you think you would like to ask the board to come into compliance? Is 30 days enough time?
That's fine, 30 days.
30 days enough time? Okay.
Okay, so 30 days is on the table.
I'll make a motion.
However, I want to point out that this case goes back to 11/25. So it's not like it happened a couple of months ago. So anyway, that's all I want to say. You have a motion?
I'll make a motion. The City of Daytona Beach Code Enforcement Board hereby finds the respondent, Justin M. Kirby, in case number CEB 032651 for the property at 810 Edward Street to be in noncompliance and orders the respondent to come into compliance by April 1st, 2026, or be returned to a hearing before the City of Daytona Beach Code Enforcement Board on April the 9th, 2026, for consideration of a fine up to $1,000 per day.
Second.
Okay. All right, so in the case of CEB 0326-51 regarding Justin M. Kirby at 810 Edwards Street, a motion was made by Ms. Marsh to find him in non-compliance and to come into compliance by 4/1/26 and/or if not in compliance, to return to a meeting on 4/9, where he could face a fine up to $1,000 a day. The motion was seconded by Ms. Callis. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye, opposed? Motion carries.
Sir, did you have a question about your responsibility? Did you want to talk to the lawyers? Are you saying something was?
The board for the permit. You
So-
know you have to get an after-the-fact permit.
Yeah, I went and did that, and
Okay,
then
good.
they give me this
Good for
paper
you.
or whatever.
Good,
Look at
good.
you prepared.
Great.
I'm just gonna get it done.
Yeah. And again, you're not being fined. Just stay in contact with her if you need more time.
Okay.
Thank
All right,
you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Now, case 31. CBO 326-52, Devon W. Richards, 621 Cason Avenue.
You're gonna make it just one time.
Do you swear or affirm that the testimony? Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to provide is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
And can you state your name and affiliation to this case?
Devon Richards, owner.
Thank you.
This case was opened October 15th, 2025, a complaint generic case for unmaintained landscaping, outside storage, dirt and grime, faded/peeling paint, work without a permit, trash and debris, boarded windows, damage has rotten fascia and soffit. First notice received October 16th, 2025. Compliance is due November 16th, 2025. Last inspection was March 11th, 2026, and the result was non-compliance. There has been contact with the owner once. Staff recommend a finding of non-compliance with compliance due by next cutoff.
Sir, do you agree that the violations she just listed existed at the time of the notice? And is 30 days enough time? How much time do you think you'll need to come into
At least
compliance?
60 days. I'm a truck driver. I'm always gone.
Okay, you can ask the board for how much time you need.
I'm asking for 60 days. On the work, I bought the property in 2019. Everything was already there. I didn't do no work, like permits. Like what I did, since I got the notice, I removed the shed, the back porch, all that, because I didn't know that it wasn't permitted. So these pictures are updated, but the freeze from the damaged plants and stuff like that, the bamboos, I got a quote asking someone to remove it, and they're quoting me like $8,000 to dig them out. That's a lot of money, and it's gonna take some time. I'm probably just gonna have to cut it and go from there. So I'm asking for some more time to get the work done.
You want, I mean, is 60 days enough, or do you want to
That's
go a
gonna-
little bit more?
60 days should be more than enough. I mean, the only thing, it need to be repainted, because I did repaint it in 2019, and the back porch is gone. I have, the camper is gone, the shed is gone. I won't be replacing the fence, but the rest of the damaged fence, I did remove it. I have some updated pictures from this morning. I'm pretty much always on the road. That's the reason why. I have someone who go in from time to time and check on for me, but I'm not home most of the time. That's the reason
Are
why.
the windows still boarded?
No, ma'am.
Okay, and when you remove the porch, is there a step down with a rail?
Yes, there's a step down.
Okay, so it's not a life safety issue?
No, ma'am.
Okay.
He would just have to call me about those because it's in the back of the house. I can't see it.
Okay.
So you have to call for an inspection so that I can take a look at it to put it into compliance.
Okay.
So next time you're in town, if you're leaving town before set
No,
up.
I'm gonna have to probably just take off the rest of the week and do as much as I can, because I didn't know that I have to call to re-inspect
Okay.
and stuff like that.
Now you know.
Now I know.
Okay. I'll go ahead and make a motion. The City of Daytona Beach Code Enforcement Board hereby finds the respondent, Devon Richards, in case number CEB 03-26-52 for the property at 621 Cason Avenue to be in noncompliance and orders respondent to come in compliance by 5/6, or be returned to a hearing for the City of Daytona Beach Code Enforcement Board on 5/14 for consideration for a fine up to $1,000 a day.
I second.
All righty then. Was there anything else? Okay. And case number 31, CB 03-26-52, Devon W. Richards at 621 Cason Avenue. Motion was made by Ms. Roby for finding them in non-compliance to come into compliance by 5/6. If not, to return to a meeting or hearing on 5/14, up to which you can face $1,000 a day fine. The motion was seconded by Ms. Rodeback.
Rodabout.
Rodeback.
You've misspelled it. I mean, you've mispronounced it.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I gotta work on it.
Yeah.
So anyway, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, motion carries. I think,
Stay in contact
Thank
with
you.
her.
I think that's it for our cases on the agenda. Right?
We got,
So,
Need
but,
a motion to adjourn?
right, okay, before we do a motion to adjourn, I want to say that I thank everybody for your input, because it shows teamwork, it shows involvement, instead of people just sitting around saying nothing, everybody's up to it, so
Yeah,
that's
and we did,
great.
and we did good on time. I think we were really,
Yeah,
just one
yeah.
second. We did really good on time. I wanted to ask the board, this is your hearing. We're here to facilitate your procedural desires. Would you guys prefer, you know how I was making those questions for them?
Right.
And I was saying, do you agree they existed? How much time do you need? I was doing that to help facilitate. Generally, the magistrate's the one, the special magistrate hearings, the KELJA, is the one who asks those questions. I will defer to your preference. I don't mind doing that, or if the chair would like to ask that question. Do you have a
Well,
preference?
Yeah, I think yes, I do. I think we need to ask the
Okay,
question.
I'll defer to your,
Yeah, because,
yeah.
okay, you guys can take a vote.
Yeah, moves it along faster.
We would prefer you do it.
yeah, but it's suggestive. See, the way she does it is suggestive. Is 30 days enough? Can you, so I think we need to dialogue that. I mean, that's our charge as,
Well, it opens dialogue, right? Is 30 days enough? They say no, yes, because they don't know.
right.
I can ask it differently. I just, whatever the board consensus is.
Yeah, as long as, well, that's fine, she can do that. I don't
Okay.
need to do it, The thing is, the suggestive part, you know, is
Okay.
30 days enough?
So I'll
Well, no,
ask how much
How
time?
much time, you know, that's
Okay.
different.
You do
So-
it.
So that's all, yes, ma'am.
My name is Evelyn Rodriguez. I'm at 1405.
No,
Will you raise your right hand?
Oh, yes.
she's not on the agenda.
No, so she wants to speak, no, she's not on the agenda.
I figured on the miscellaneous,
So that's,
I can approach you.
Well, do you,
It's up to you.
Yeah.
Okay.
I may not.
All right, let's do it. Go ahead.
Do you swear or affirm that the testimony about to provide us the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
And state your name again, please.
Evelyn Rodriguez, 1405 Molly Road. I was in front of your board on February 12th. I have an issue that have gone to the code board, not the board, the code enforcement office, and they haven't been able to rectify or help me with this issue. What I have here is a notice of an affidavit of compliance dated the 17th. This notice of non-compliance is dated the 18th. All I have asked the office if they could please provide me with an affidavit of compliance dated after the non-compliance. But because if I have to go to a bank
Do you
and
mind if I
get,
see?
if I have to go to a bank and get a loan, they're not gonna look at all the particulars and read that whole thing. The notice of non-compliance says that the officer was supposed to submit it by the 16th. It was done the 17th because at the date of the 12th, I was in compliance, but since the officer wasn't familiar, he had to go back. Officer Clegg. I've tried. Mr. Sykes said he was gonna look into it. The other two people said they couldn't do anything about it. I think it's a very simple thing. So one is dated one day and the very next day. So the compliance was dated the
Right. It's a
17th, the
contradiction.
non-compliance after.
Yeah, it's a contradiction.
I'm just asking for an affidavit to be redone.
Do you mind if I have a second to figure out what's
Go
going
ahead.
on?
I just want to say, it's not a contradiction. The order of non-compliance is signed by the officer. So when she gives that to the officer, he signs it and dates it that particular date. So we're not typically looking at dates of other orders that come in. And we were reluctant to change the date because that wasn't the legal date and time that it was legally signed by that particular officer.
Right. But how did she get a an affidavit that she was in compliance? So that's why I'm saying it's a contradiction.
It's not a contradiction because I'm the one that signed it, and the signature date signed on there is my date of stamping it. She was in compliance on February the 12th.
Right.
And that's what it says on here, February
So
12th.
let me legally, so for orders, whether it's a court order for a judge or here,
Right.
what the substance that matters isn't when the order was signed, it's the substance inside that says the facts. So
Right.
in the substance of the order, it says that she is now in compliance as of February 12th. So if a bank contests it, the date, does that make sense? So like, let's say a judge, when I go to court, he says, I am in, I have complied by the terms of this order on February 12th. The judge is out of the office and won't sign it another week. I'm not in compliance when he signed. I'm in compliance when he said I was in compliance. So you guys said that she was in compliance as of the 12th. Sometimes because of procedural delays, they signed it different. This won't affect any bank, any loan. I don't believe if they're a lien or something.
No, she doesn't have the one. She's in compliance.
If I understand, she said that there was an order of non-compliance.
I can pass this to
Yes.
the board attorney.
There was,
So this is an affidavit of compliance, and it says, the substance of it says, now in compliance with Land Development Code as of February 12th.
Correct.
It was signed at a later date on the 12th, but we can't have a signature date before coming in compliance, if that makes sense. So it's always gonna be after.
But what about the one that says she's in non-compliance on the 18th?
Right,
So
exactly.
this order says
Because that's
that,
after, ain't it?
that date is the date the chair signed the order.
yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Okay, and is that CEB 012631?
Also, I
It
want to
is.
clarify that I don't necessarily believe that this is the, you know how we just had these hearings with the new cases and we said backdated it. You know, when you were given the notice of violation, were you compliant or non-compliant? When you guys issue non-compliant, you issue non-compliant from the date of the violation. And that's what this is. You're not saying that on the date of this hearing she was in violation. You're saying that on the, whenever she was given the notice, at that time she was in violation, if that makes sense. You sign it on the date of the hearing, but it's not the date, you know.
Well, I disagree with some of the issues
Had the
because
bank
of the
disagreed?
non-compliance says that if I was in compliance on the 12th, 13th, 14th, whatever, that the officer should have put it in by the 16th. He didn't. He put it by the 17th. And by your order, I should have been paying $1,000 for one day. But the issue is also more than that. The original case had multiple issues. It wasn't only the FEMA trailer, it was a U-Box, which the U-Box had been taken away several months before I came on December 18th, but the 12th. But the officer failed to remove it, and you, sir, Mr. Riggio, pointed that out. Well, what about this U-Box? That had been removed several months before, but it was still on the case. So my issue is this. How does the bank or anyone know that there wasn't multiple issues, that the compliance was on one issue, but then the next day you said non-compliance on other issues?
Because that's not how code cases work. No jurisdiction in the state of Florida does things, except we would have different cases. We can't issue different orders of compliance on one case. That's not the way this Chapter 162 operates. A reputable bank will know that. Has a bank told you? Have you had this?
The legal department, but I'm saying if you go to a multiple officer, he's not gonna read all that and try to figure it out.
So when you go to a court for an injunction, you can't get relief if you don't have damages. Does a bank actually deny you a loan? Have you went to a bank?
I need to go to a bank to get an equity loan to finish repairing my house from the storm.
So this is speculation. You actually haven't had a bank.
Well, I didn't want to go through all that hassle and be turned down, and then you have to report you.
Our issue here is compliance, non-compliance, these forms, which they come from the city, they come from code enforcement. We need to resolve that. We can't resolve bank stuff and all that. We need to deal with this.
Well, I'm looking at this, and this appears prospective. It says that the shall obtain an affidavit of compliance by February 16th, 2026. And well, okay. Or fine in the amount will automatically go into effect on February 16th. And this is signed off, it says here, as of February 12th. So it's in compliance as of February 12th.
Yeah, and the substance of the amended order of non-compliance says at the February 12th hearing, meaning that that order was issued on the 12th. This is all speculation. A bank won't, because this is not the way it works. We don't issue different orders. Have you guys ever issued different orders of non-compliance in one case?
No, this is the first time.
We don't. No, we don't. We didn't do this here. This is one order for everything. We don't issue separate orders for different issues and cases. We have different cases. And the whole case is either in compliance or the whole case is in non-compliance. So this is a non-issue. This is a speculatory presumption that a bank will deny it, but it hasn't happened yet because it's not an issue.
So she has to present the one that says.
If a bank gives you trouble, have them
compliance.
contact my office and I can explain it to them. But
Thank you for your attention.
Okay. All right, can we have a motion to adjourn? Seconded. All in favor? Aye. And again, thank you for your input.